Hello. Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
I'm gonna have to fix your cam again.
Me?
Yeah. Oh wait, there you
Again?
are. Hello. Hi everybody.
Classic.
Hello.
Incredible.
Hello.
Hello. Happy to the day of independence to Americans watching. Go
Hey,
us.
Drew.
Do you want to take a stab at that one more time, guy? Like,
Are you doing good?
There's some of you guys are by yourselves or independent or something. Thank you, America. Amen.
Yeah, it's that's us. Hey.
God bless.
Hey, I definitely had some tea today, and then talked about how good taxes are. So we are doing great. It's wonderful.
So you had some tea and then you spilled some tea?
All of it.
Did you toss that shit in a pool?
If I had a pool, I would have. I just had a puddle because it's been raining all day. So it went into a puddle.
Reasonable.
Yeah,
Honestly.
which is kind of like a pool. That's no, settle down, Jakey.
It's a pool for ants.
All right. Well, hi. I'm Drew, your humble dungeon daddy for whatever show this is. We are Nightmares of the Midnight Vale. There we go.
Did you call yourself Dungeon Daddy?
Yeah, I did.
Drew's always called himself Dungeon Daddy. This is not new.
Every week.
Drew's our daddy. He's our papa, father.
Papa.
Drew is Pappy.
Mm-hmm.
Pappy?
So, hi everyone. Hello. Brain's a little foggy at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Everything's gonna be great. Everything's wonderful.
It'll be fine.
Anybody have anything to shill?
Yes, because I want to just jump right in. Because
Okay.
you see, Papa was talking about how he's the dungeon daddy. So I want to tell you about
fathers. You see, Father's Day could be at any time, any place, anywhere, because daddy is a state of mind. Daddy is an energy that you bring. And sometimes when you dream, you could be a daddy. When I dream, I'm a daddy. For example, in Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, a game available on Steam, and I believe is on sale with the Steam Summer Sale. They are not sponsoring us, but it's a very fun game, and I wanted to shill for Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Buy it. Dream Daddy.
Thanks, Jakey.
From me, your Dream Daddy.
Thanks. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything to shill? Non-daddy related?
Jen, go for it. No. You go first.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You do it.
Are you sure? Okay.
I haven't composed myself.
Very reasonable. I'm not entirely sure I have, but we're going to go for it. Speaking of dungeon daddies, have you ever wanted Jakey to be your dungeon daddy? Well, now you can make that dream a reality by going to startplaying.games/GM/JakeyBoy and sign up for one of Jakey's amazing games. In all seriousness, Jakey is an incredible dungeon master, balancing descriptive combat, cinematic role-playing, amazing voices, and just a fun energy that genuinely makes joining in with every game an absolute highlight of the week. I'm in several of the games. I'm very lucky to be in them. I'm playing with some amazing people, and I'm so thankful that I get to have Jakey as a DM. That is startplaying.games/GM/JakeyBoy. Get your dungeon daddy today.
Jakey boy, it's for the fathers.
I was gonna say that was super wholesome.
For the fathers.
For the fathers.
For the fathers.
Yo, this one, hey. Mothers, get the fuck out. This one's for the papas. That's a bit.
Incredible.
Mommies,
amazing.
you're even more welcome.
Oh yeah. We love mommies here. I think that's clear. Also, Daggers, thank you. That is the correct link. 10 points to you.
Also, just a little sidebar interjection. There's going to be probably going live, not tonight, but tomorrow, is going to be a Monday D&D game, which is going to be based on the D&D Dimension. It is going to be a fully homebrew game. The other ones I'm running are either based on the minds of Fandelver or playtesting stuff. So if you want to be in a full homebrew world that has been in the writing for 8 years, is it 8? Probably even longer. Yeah, so that's going to be fun. And that one's, it's going to be Monday nights, I believe, Canada time, which is just whenever.
You should absolutely get in on the ground floor on that one, because speaking as someone who has dabbled just a little into that world, it's a lot of fun and very exciting, and you should do it. Do it. Fucking do it. Fucking do it.
Love that that's passive.
Speaking of mommies, I'm here to advertise some completely unhinged items that I bought off AliExpress. This is Bear with Small Head.
Bring it over.
We're a little more in frame. A little more.
A little more.
I already tossed it.
Okay, he's gone. He's dead.
He's gone.
We have Duck with Knife.
Yeah.
Duck with Knife is telling you that if you don't join Jakey's game, he will come for you. On Twitter.
But not on Twitter if you're in the game.
We also have Napa Cabbage Dog. He is a cat, but also a dog. And if you don't join Jakey's fucking game, he will stare into your soul for all eternity. Shit, I can't fucking hold this. It requires 2 hands. Finally.
While Jen's doing that, here's my mini.
That was easy.
Finally, even though I'm out of frame now, so you can't see me, so this is a little bit more menacing. We have this box. Wow. I wonder what it is. Have you ever wanted to get swole? Because Psyduck already has. And if you don't join fucking Jakey's game, you will never get the gains you want. And that's a fucking promise. I'm not tossing this one because I need to give this to Jakey. That's it. That's my bit. That's my bit. Once again.
I learned so much about things I could get.
And the mommies. You're welcome.
Join games, get gains.
Wow. Wow.
That's the slogan.
Yeah,
join games, get gains. Very good.
For legal reasons, we can't promise gains, but
yeah.
That's true.
It's more likely to happen because you'll gain the experience of being in Jakey's games.
Nice. So these get like more and more unhinged every week, and like I know we're gonna look back on this one day and be like, man, remember when ads were tame? Remember when we were chill? Because it's just gonna be feral in like a year. It'll just be like. Jen, I'm gonna break your heart here. That was not even in frame. I think we just heard the sound.
For those who may be questioning what the fuck just happened, Jen took a box that had many dice in after the last promo and just turned it upside down in a very flippant manner.
There's none left.
There's none left.
And you two,
None pizza left
Drew.
beef.
you two could lose
I
your
am-
fucking gourd.
I am so concerned, and I love this group so much.
Thanks.
Wow.
Love you too, boo.
Actually, V, I thought you had a second shill. No? Okay. Well then,
I can shill something if you want me to.
that'd be great. That'd be wonderful.
Okay, cool. I would like to shill owlbears. They're cute. They're fuzzy. They're owlbears. I love them. And you love them too,
Yep.
I guess. A second owlbear has joined the fray. Hell yeah.
Husband.
I don't have one, so just.
They get...
That's fair.
yeah. Owlbears, commonly confusing fact, owlbears are actually all queer. Just FYI.
I love that.
Also,
that's a great fact.
Another fun fact about owlbears, in the D&D movie, the reason the druid can turn into an owlbear is because the D&D movie treats monstrosities and beasts in a way that if a druid were to perceive monstrosities as a beast or an animal, they could still turn into them. So the druid believes that owlbears, seeing them in like caves with cubs and stuff, they're just the animal. They're just another monster. So that is why she can turn into them. That was an official answer, and I think that's really cool. So you can integrate that into your D&D game.
Absolutely. Who would do such a thing? Who would integrate such a rule? I don't know. Maybe a druid in this game.
A druid?
A druid?
On that note, hey everybody, let's roll for recap. What happened last week? Let's find out.
Drew, what's your shill then?
Yeah, what are you chilling?
Yeah, Drew.
Well, here, I rolled this. I'm not moving, and I just want you to know that I'm very pleased with myself with there it is, natural 20. I'll take that. Thank you. My shill for this week.
Beat that.
My shill is going to be, we're not sponsored in any way, but Obsidian Notes. You know, I've just spent the last 2 days transferring all the lore from Notion over to Obsidian, and I slightly want to cry with how amazing Obsidian is. They've got little graphs that link everything together. Do you have a character that's done 38,000 things? Well, it'll link it to each one of them. So there we go. On that note, I see a Dicey Encounters dice and another Dicey Encounters dice. Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the Dicey Encounters, but...
Hello.
Drew, can I say the fun thing about these die before I have to inevitably recap? Also, camera's actually capturing these bad boys. See these sparkly bad boys? These are Drew's custom Loki die. They're rad. They're themed on like the Loki colors. They got the Tesseract blue, and they got that green and gold. But you know what's even crazier about each one? They have a hair of Loki in each one, not Loki. It's Loki Drew's Pupperino. So I think that's super rad. And yeah. So
he's sleeping.
Loki dice.
He's somewhere under there. There's his butt.
I see his butt.
That's his butt.
Hello, Loki butt.
That's Loki's butt.
Hello, Loki butt.
Loki butt. Okay. Well, let's get this unhinged recap from Gremlin Jakey.
Yeah, as long as because my camera just doesn't like to focus for some reason. Do I have to sit closer? Is that why it hates me? Or is it just a lighting thing?
It might just be your settings for you.
What? Anyway. I'm gonna
if I
fidget
do this, it'll come out of focus.
Yeah, that's so my hand focuses, but then I don't. Okay, so now it's kind of focused. Okay, what's up?
Yeah.
All right. So previously on Nightmares of the Midnight Vale, we followed our party as they were sitting on top of a roof, just goofing, gaffing, having some laughing. While they were there, they were sitting in a dome watching a Thunderbird. What's that? Not a metal band, but in fact, it was a bird in thunder. It turned out this big, stormy, giant creature is actually just a serene being that seems to bring rain and thunder where it goes, but it's not a hostile entity. It's just vibes. It's just got lightning, thunder, and it brings storms where it goes. I would be stormy too if I could have a tangible display of my emotions all the time. But guess what? We aren't that lucky. So whatever, Thunderbird. But anyway, so they chilled, they talked for a little bit, and they were like, yo, what if we went over to a little cool, neato bar place? So they did. There was a little adventuring bar where adventurers joined this sort of guild organization. And then while in this bar, they discussed maybe we could become a little guild, unless. But while in there, then some crazy stuff happened. Rothamir became How, and then our Fae friend Dierdre met a Haragon named Nabba Cabbage, who they like saw from childhood, and then they like reunited, and it was vibes. And then the party was like, you know what, we're gonna become a meme dream team. So that's the party team name. Actually, it's nothing else. It's meme dream team, and I will not take any other answer to that. And they looking over at the board, they were like, what kind of job could we do to like instate that we are the champions? And so with a lovely southern drawl, what are they calling again?
Cather.
Locatha was like, hey, y'all want to get some work? Well, you just pick one of those things on that there job board. Oh, you did? Fantastic. Please get out of my establishment and go do said job.
So then they did said job, sort of, because they started the job by making their way down to the pier and then getting a little boat. And then they were riding on this boat, and it was still getting stormy and a little crazy. And there was this old man and his son, and then Dierdre was like, "Why well, just give you a little coin thing?" And like gave some extra money. And everybody was all like, "Okay, that's a lot of money to give for a boat ride, but sure." And then they walked into onto this island where there's a lighthouse, and inside the lighthouse there was a flea, and I put the flea in the box. Sorry, so they walked up, and the lighthouse had a bunch of barnacles and water and stuff on it, which we call a big cup of foreshadowing. So in this cup of foreshadowing was swirly water. It's salty. So they walked inside, and they had some little chicken, some stuff, and then we had our Hope showing that they have boots with like wings on them. It's crazy. There's like, so they like clicked their heels and they went dun, 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 but not as fast because it's the original Mario 64 winged cat music. So it's like anyway, so they did that. They were floating around and they were walking. They heard some little things rattle and they started to do some poetry reading, slam poetry, but not slam poetry like you'd think slam poetry they want to read. It's scary slam poetry, which is referencing some vague stuff in this lighthouse. They went up 2 floors and then got to the 3rd floor and they're like, what? You can't advance anymore in here? That's silly. So how being a genius decided, I'm going to go just like out on the outside. And Hope was like, well, I'm going to stand like in here by myself. And then Dierdre was like, you know what? I'm even going to stand by myself by the stairs. And then a hand grabbed Dierdre. And that's where we're at. I missed nothing.
Inspo for you. That was great. That was wonderful.
Can we have Jakey do the recap every time? That was incredible.
It was great.
Also, because I didn't want to interrupt, but I have to do it.
Thank you.
Where's Pickles been this whole time? Is that Pickles' voice?
Yeah.
Jakey, for an extra inspo, can you tell me what the actual name of the group you signed up as?
Oh, God. Yeah, a great party member would remember that, hey? Man, why am I brain farting? We were... it was drawing a blank. Yeah, we were drawing a blank. We were like, who are we? I don't know, drawing a blank. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
Drawing a blank.
There you go.
Dab.
You can have it. It's yours.
Thank you. Wait, so I get an extra inspo for that too? Dang, 2 inspos?
2 inspos.
I'm never going to ever need those while the party is split up and nothing bad could happen.
This is true. This is very true. So, we start back. Dierdre, I need you to make me a strength save.
Isn't that such a fun way to start Dungeons and Dragons? Man, like you're sitting here, you have this world of fantasy, fun, and whimsy, and your DM looks at you and says, hey, we're out the gate. Just roll me one of them death saves, homie.
Athletics or just a strength save?
Straight up strength.
Ah, yes, the thing I'm so good at. Oh, shit! It's a 17.
Get it, Queen.
All right.
That's
As
not
you
bad.
are getting pulled down the staircase, you reach out and you have grabbed one of the metal posts on the side of the walls, and you are actively being in a tug of war with you holding onto this post and your ankle being dragged into the water. Hope, you might hear some commotion outside the door.
I may hear a little commotion, and I may go and see what the fwick is going on. I don't like this. I assume I see Dierdre being dragged.
You see...
They're dragging her in the comments.
Stop trying to take my shoes. These were gifted to me by my mother.
you would come out of the door to see Dierdre holding onto the side of the wall, but you don't see anything actually pulling her, but you do see her leg like in a motion of getting pulled towards the water.
Last time we agreed that the time between performance and us getting to the lighthouse was the equivalent of a short rest, right?
Correct.
So I've been playing for a few minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Has this person or thing heard me?
Heard you playing?
Yeah, because I'm playing
more than
pretty
likely.
loud. Do you think they've been hearing me for like 1 minute?
Let's see.
Oh, Drew. Oh, Drew.
Because I've been playing the whole time. I keep saying that.
It's true. It's
Ye-
true. You
Yeah,
like the
no,
nice
absolutely.
acoustics.
It would have heard you play for 1 minute.
Okay.
Drew's just checking if it's immune to charms or something. Look at that smile. I caught you. I caught you, motherfucker.
So I'm gonna be using
What, in 4K?
Fallen Performance.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really appreciate if they would do, a wisdom save. That'd be great. As long as they can be charmed. If they can't be charmed, then it's
Yo, from now on as a DM, if somebody says they can't be charmed, I'm just like, sorry, they can't be fucked.
can't fuck a ghost. Stop it.
What this is could possibly be charmed.
Interesting. Can I get a wisdom save?
With a wisdom of +0, it is a 17.
Okay. That is higher than my save, which is 16. So, nothing.
Okay.
But if there's anything else out there that has heard me, I can do a few.
That'd be a 16. Does 16 succeed?
My save is 16, so it would succeed.
Okay. So
I don't like the fact that you said if anything's out there, and then he rolled another thing. Like, we're all in there like, yeah, there's like one thing going on. And he's like, actually.
Yeah, it's just within 60 feet. So anything within 60 feet that has heard me.
okay.
Has to,
Yeah. Absolutely.
up to my charisma mod, which is 5. So.
Yeah, nothing has heard you as of right now. So yeah, no, you're
I was just trying to
actively
check my boots.
getting pulled down, and let's see. Right. So with that, the sensation you feel of getting your leg dragged into the water releases. The water still's down. The storm's still really bad outside. Can you roll me a perception? How?
Oh, yeah. As I'm currently scaling some stuff, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, I can. That's a 23.
Okay, perfect.
What do my elven eyes see? And I can say that, and it's not a bit.
So your elven eyes would see the storm coming up. The water on the outside has gotten much higher. It is currently at the top of the second level, so one floor beneath where your friends are. The other two aren't really making too much of a commotion, enough to where you would probably hear something outside with the thunderstorms rolling in and making them sound.
Yeah. Totes.
But out of the corner of your eye, you see something you saw before. You see a shadow just... And it goes up and around the lighthouse.
Oh, so this thing's like following me outside. Now, okay, so from what I recall from what you described, and I could be wrong, I went clockwise around when I was doing my leaping and bounding, and I got to that ladder and I started to scale.
Yes.
Is this thing going clockwise or counterclockwise? Like, is this something following me, like I can see on the corner of my eyes, on like that, or is it going like away from me? If that makes
Going
sense.
away from you.
Okay. And is it coming from above me, like where I'm going, or did it like from below?
From what you just glimpsed out of the corner of your eye, it may have looked like it was up top and then went down and then around. if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So it's going. Yep. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay. I think he's gonna keep climbing for now, as long as he's not hearing danger vibes. Yeah, but he has that info. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna keep a mental note of that.
Perfect. Hope, could you also roll a perception while you're kind of in the doorway, standing there?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Keep
while
stumbling.
Hope's
What's going on?
while
Well, that
Hope's
is-
rolling that, I threw the dagger with the rope. That's like stuck in the wall near Hope, right? Or did I do that last time, or did we just say I was doing that? Because I got to the
You
end of
ended
the
up
thing and I
doing it.
threw
You
it
did.
around.
You
Okay,
did.
so
You
it's
did.
there,
Yep.
and it's all, and that's all good, and looks like it's like decently fastened.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. I just want to double check because I just remembered that, and I'm like, that's a fast way to. Okay, thank you.
That is a 19.
19. With a 19, you've kept your eyes open for, you know, what's happening with your friend in the staircase, and you also notice out of the corner of your eye the room on the opposite side of where you are. The door was slightly ajar from having been open, and then now it's creaked back open again. Deirdre,
Which-
oh no, go ahead.
Sorry, which room is this?
So,
Is this the room with the window?
no, this would be the opposite room of.
Okay.
So this would be on the west side.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Which is one you all have already been in.
Yeah.
Deirdre, nothing's happening. It's really weird. You know for a fact something just tried to drag you down those staircases.
Oh, that's a little bit weird. I'm just gonna turn continue playing. Just like get away from there. Somebody just tried to steal my boots. Rude.
Rude.
Or drag me to hell.
This is
Want to
very
tell?
much my energy on ghost hunting. It's like, that was weird.
That was crazy. Anyway, who's using the spirit box?
Yeah, that's weird. I don't want to alarm anyone. I'm just gonna like start walking so I'm closer to other people. I think something just tried to like grab my leg. These are nice boots though, so it might just not have any footwear.
Nice boots.
But I thought we were the only ones in here, so
That door.
the
Open.
staircase because the water's coming up. But...
No, that door opened.
Oh,
Not us.
could be the wind.
Maybe. Catch up?
I feel like we should all, catch
Catch
up.
up.
Yeah. I don't like it here. The acoustics are kind of nice though, and then just like start walking.
How as you've started to make your way up the ladder and you get to the second balcony, there is a door on that balcony right above you, and the door doesn't have any windows. It's just a basic wooden door. Taking a look at it, it doesn't have any barnacles, seaweed, anything like that. You feel pretty confident water's never gotten up this high.
Doesn't mean it won't today. So I'm gonna. Does this lighthouse, as it goes up, like taper at all, or is this just like one thick structure?
It's a thick structure.
God damn it. God damn it on the note of A, gross. B, okay. So I can't realistically from where I'm at see at any angle like the other side or where they might be coming from, hey?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I kind of figured you'd say that. Okay. How I think getting up here. Okay, so I tied the rope to the bottom of the ladder and then it looped around. How like structurally sound does that look now that I'm at the top about to open this door? Like from here, does this look like I have like actually given them a resource, or does this look like I would need to be like holding on to this resource and helping them across it?
It seems pretty sturdy. If I remember correctly, we did a sleight of hand roll for that.
Something like that, and
yeah,
I think I rolled like above 20. Actually, I think I can check. I think I can check the log on D&D Beyond. 'Cause I got my acrobatics.
Is that the 24?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
so yeah.
it is pretty secure. Would do pretty well for helping
Okay,
them.
sweet. Cool. Then yeah, with that all in mind, then, I think yeah, I'm gonna open this door. Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta open it. The latch opens up. Opens up into another open area, except for this time it's just one spiral staircase that goes up another floor. Looking around, there's nothing really in here. There's a few crates that are around, but really that's about all you see. And as you're looking around, Dierdre and Hope, you make your way to the window. Are you gonna actively step out and start going around using this device?
I'm gonna inspire Hope. Because I can.
That's cute. I know that what you're actually doing, but that just as a phrase, I was like, I didn't think about that as a party thing. That's just fun.
That's cute.
Yeah, I'm like, we're gonna climb this tower, and it looks a little bit weird. I believe in you, though. You can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So now you have that G8. Got the D8.
Amazing.
We got that crab energy. Let's go.
I'll have the two of you roll at advantage your dexterities with that,
Question.
unless you want to fly.
Yeah.
I will say
I
I'm
mean-
still going to have you do an acrobatics only because of the storm outside. There are
Fair and
strong
reasonable.
gales out on the
Fair
open water.
and reasonable.
Wait, is it a dex save or acrobatics?
You can do acrobatics.
Okay. Rolled a nat 20 and a 19, so...
Okay,
it's,
well, let's roll the second one. That's a
23.
nat 20 as well for a 23.
Not a problem at all. You use the help that was given to you by How How and manage to make your way up and around and up the ladder, and you find yourself at the doorway as well. How How, as you've opened the door and I assume stepped inside, you would hear your two friends behind you.
Kind of
You're
like
glad that
hearing them,
convinced
like
me.
listens. I was gonna say he's like listening to hear there's like a splashing sound, and then like hearing them get up the ladder. He's like, huh. No shit. Okay. And yeah, he's just gonna kind of chill, sit on the foot of the stairs, probably like dump some water from his boot, like from the amount of rain and just awful. But yeah, he's just gonna kind of wait for everybody to catch up.
All right. All of you get up into this room. You can roll a perception if you want to take or investigation if you want to take a little bit closer look inside this room before you head over to the staircase.
do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the lighting look like in here? Because I'm assuming How How's the only one that can see in color right now.
It's very dim light.
Oh, okay.
Most of the light coming in is from the open door you just opened.
Okay.
And granted, outside it's already dark and stormy, so you're not getting a lot of light flow in here. There's no active windows.
Okay. And when up the stairs, does that look like that follows the same cadence, or
It does
I guess,
look-
like,
it looks brighter. Like there's kind of light coming down, streaming down from the staircase.
Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Then I will save that other question for another time then. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep looking through. Yeah, because I was deciding whether How would assist someone or look, but I think he's been pretty good at spotting scary things. Maybe he's not right now. No, he's not right now. I think he's too focused on like having a little barnacle in his shoe and just like, ugh. Gross.
Little crab.
How about
Oh,
for
that's
you,
not
Hope?
gross.
I rolled a nat 1 for an 8.
I have an 18 for perception.
Dierdre, you look around as How is preoccupied with a barnacle. Hope is watching How with this barnacle. It's an interesting sight, but you're
I
not
did the whole
as- You're not.
I think this is the first time I've done okay in a perception check. My contact puts itself into place.
You go take a look at these crates, and as you happen to move one out of the way, there's a small wooden box. The box has a hinge on it. When I say small box, realistically, about that size.
Oh, really small box.
It's not unhinged. Doesn't fit in here.
Is there there's no lock on it? Is there anything on it though? Like a name or-
There's a small latch on the front, but it's one of those where it's easy enough to just flip it up and open. And there is a name. If you give me 2 seconds, I will let you know what that name is. It is Key. Key.
Key. Oh, that was in the thing that happened earlier, right? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I'm making that up.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
How? Oh no, go ahead.
My name's not Keys, so this doesn't belong to me. Just gonna make sure it doesn't open. Just gonna I found a little box, but it's not mine. So
Oh, then you better hand it over to the resident expert.
you're an expert on boxes?
Gross. But How gets up and he goes like, "Well, little trinkets and things are just interesting. So perhaps there's something with this box. We found vague poetry and whatnot. Who's to say that this isn't involved with our investigation? That's why you said it's not yours. It's currently in your hand. And is this anyone's box? No response. Finders keepers. Well done."
Well, you're the box expert, so here you go.
Kind of takes it and so does this look like kind of like a ring box or like a small like locket box?
Looks like a trinket box.
Trinkets for my trinkets.
It's true.
Yeah, I
Peter
think-
pops his head out of the box.
I think he's gonna give it like a full glance over if it's locked or anything, or it looks like you describe the hinge on it. If this looks like a spring lock, like I'm gonna open this, it's gonna fire a dart out or something.
You could roll an investigation or, investigation would work on that one.
Probably not gonna be super great. Not my strong. 11.
Yeah, you look at it. It looks like a normal trinket box. It's got the name Key, Key, engraved on the top. It's a darker colored wood, maybe made of walnut. There's no intricate carvings on it. It's literally just Key.
Oh, I just got baned as well.
Oh. No.
Okay,
so
well
you
I will.
did.
Yeah. Noted. Okay, so that's a D4 for like a minute and some.
It's for the
Incredible.
next turn. For the next turn.
Okay, cool.
I didn't make Bane too powerful.
Okay.
That would have been mean.
I will keep in mind and remove a D4 from something I do.
Yep.
I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open and inspect this small little trinket thing. It says you said Key is a name, but I think how's brain would go like, is this just like a fancy box for a fancy key? But he's gonna pop it open.
Yeah, absolutely. As you open it, there is something inside. There's a little piece of parchment, and again, it reads off something. It says, I'll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower there hangs a bell. It can ring, turn night to day. It can ring like fire when you lose your way. As you take a look at this parchment and kind of move it out of the way and read it, there's a small little matchstick on the bottom and a dead roly-poly.
Oh. Interesting. Yeah, how would just read it aloud. This is also so I can remember, so. I'll tell you where the four winds dwell. In Franklin's tower there hangs a bell. It can ring, turn night to day. It can ring like fire when you lose your way. Well, I'm assuming that's the lighthouse. Night to day, vibrance. But ring like fire when you lose your way. Oh, if you're lost, yes, you follow the lighthouse. They use a match to light this. Must be no wizards around. Well, you found it, so congratulations. A match. And I hold it out to Dierdre. I kind of shuffle the box as the dead roly-poly just kind of bounces on the ground.
I feel like we should put it back.
You want to put the match in a box? Huh.
I'm gonna scoop up the dead roly-poly.
Yeah. It's been in there for quite a while. Not quite sure how it got in that box, but it's your old dead roly-poly.
Does it look like what I have seen Rothamir use for components?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Gonna tuck it in my pocket.
That's about all you see inside here. The only other exit would be up through the staircase. Like I said, it's not a bright light coming from the floor above you, but there is some light. Might assume there might be some windows up there.
Okay, so before we go up the stairs, this room's layout, can we assume we're right above the third floor, yes?
Correct.
Around where the crates are and kind of everything, because there's, in my head anyway, and maybe I'm out to lunch, I feel like How and Jakey would both be thinking, like, there's no shot that they would make people just like crawl around the lighthouse. Like, he's gonna start looking for a trap door, something wedged closed that we couldn't see, like anything to get to the third floor safer, because like this right now screams like that's OSHA. Like that's a hazard. So yeah. I'm gonna look around for that. Okay. Creases in the floor, anything.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll for that, you are more than welcome to. Essentially that's all you see while you're rolling. 21. As you walk around, you're investigating this interesting thing, because like you said, it doesn't make any sense for this lighthouse not to have it have a way to easily get in from inside, and there's not really much in here except for the wooden floor and a few crates. But as you move one of the crates out of the way, you do see a seam in the floor that doesn't look quite right. And there does happen to be a small little latch in the center of that was sitting underneath the crate.
Yeah, I think How is gonna kind of just like fling it open.
As you go to try and fling it open, you notice it won't budge. It is firmly stuck. And as you take a closer inspection with the perception that you got, there are thin little iron nails that have it sealed shut on the sides.
Do I see how find this?
I mean, it's it's an open space, so it'd be hard not to see how looking at this.
See how kind of try and pull it open, and I go, no, bad idea.
No. You mean no?
Downstairs? Downstairs bad.
Yes, downstairs bad, but there's nothing up here. Upstairs isn't necessarily good. And
Dierdre?
we're here to clear the lighthouse?
Yeah, somebody tried to steal my boot down there.
Well, you buried the lead. We've been sitting here for like 10 minutes. I've had my thumb up my ass trying to find this, like, trap door. Not literal to either of you. I know you both take things literally. It's not you can both see my hands, okay? It is an expression someone wasting time.
Time is your own business.
I swear to God. What I'm saying is we have been sitting here together in this creepy lighthouse in the dark with a spiral staircase. I have had barnacles in my shoes. There is so much water from outside that has just drenched everything I am wearing. I am a sock in a pool right now.
Oh, they were probably trying to take my shoes to put the barnacles out of them. That was really kind of them, actually.
I don't think they were, Dierdre. Have you met anyone ever to just reach for your shoe? To try and take it from you?
Yes.
Downstairs.
Yeah, downstairs.
Prior to that!
You know, actually, yes. Somebody has tried to take my shoes before, but I was told it was my fault because I was sleeping on a bench. So, but I really like these shoes. They were a gift.
I suddenly have learned so much about him. Anyway, okay. Well, I guess to quote a bookworm, we'll break that down later. Unpack that later? That's what he says. Unpack that later.
We'll read that page when we get to it.
Yes, very good. So someone tried to grab your shoe. Did you see this assailant?
Well, I saw the hand going back into the water, I think. Did I?
So it was something from the water.
Yes. It was like coming from down the stairs. It could have been trying to get my attention, honestly. I was playing music, so maybe it was like, I want to hear a different song. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Maybe.
Which, honestly, that's fine.
Maybe offering tip?
Yeah, the boot's a bad place for it, though, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
There's already barnacles in there. I'm just gonna like pull my shoes on and start like seeing if there's a tip in there. There's definitely a barnacle. It hurts.
I've been seeing shadows dancing around in the corner of my vision every so often, something clearly trying to avoid our gaze. The moment you were by yourself, I'm assuming, Hope, you are not there for this. You did not see the boot grabber. So something is waiting for us to get isolated and separated from the water. And there's a sealed trapdoor. There's very vague poetry, quite tasteful, though. I think we go up to the top of the lighthouse. We find what we can find, but I have a feeling... Now, this is just a guess. This had to be sealed by someone who was here last. So they are either upstairs and a corpse, or they've been going up and down, shimmying on the side of things. We were not paid a great deal for this sort of job, so I do not believe that there was an understanding of really what happened here, or this place has just been entirely forgotten about, and it wasn't mandatory. I mean, magic exists. We're in a wonderful world of magic and whimsy, so having a lighthouse is like... Cast fairy fire. I don't know.
Well,
Daylight, even. I think that's magic.
the lighthouse has been out for a while, if I remember correctly. So, and it makes sense. If there's no ladder getting up here, like the stairs are already like really steep, and like there's no ladder up to this floor. Just seems like bad design, you know?
Hope.
Hope does not have their hand up. I have my hand up.
Okay.
It's a very Hope thing to do. But I will clarify. This is me. Whilst you have been going on, And props to How How for this. But as How How has been continuing, the minute that How How said, "Let's go up the stairs,"
Oh,
Hope
God.
clicked their heels together and has just been slowly floating up towards the stairs.
I love this
Incredible.
imagery of just like how I was trying to explain to Dierdre. It's not okay that someone just takes your shoes and we see out of frame. Very
Incredible.
good.
Incredible. You know what? Hope, since you're going up the stairs,
Me?
you started making your way up, and you can actually, your vision comes up above the floor.
Just
on
like,
where, yeah, it's like,
hello?
in this next room, there's the spiral staircase continues, but there's this small like side opening that goes off into the room behind the staircase. And as you're glancing up in there, there are a pair of shoes up there. Old looking
Maybe
shoes.
they were stealing our boots. Are their legs attached to these shoes?
They're behind the wall.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Don't know. But you do see a pair of shoes.
Okay.
They're like kind of like flopped over on the side almost.
Oh, okay. So they're flopped over.
Not standing, not normal shoes.
So there aren't feet attached to the shoes.
No.
You pause there. I don't like that.
I don't like that. I don't trust that for a second. But Hope just thinks they're a pair of shoes. So I think Hope, having kind of like, is going to very kind of like gently kind of pull herself up
Yeah.
to this like top step and just kind of like get a bit more of the lay of the land.
Yeah. As you're looking around, go ahead and roll another perception while we're here. It's just
Jesus.
full of perceptions tonight.
Please help me. Like the fact that my passive is so high and yet I rolled so badly last time was embarrassing. That's better. 22.
22. You start looking around, and you notice the shoes. They're old brown leather shoes. They kind of go up a little bit high on the shin area if they were to be worn. And so I guess technically more of like leather boots in a way. Definitely no heel on them or anything. Yeah, just some boots.
Some boots.
Just some boots. You notice there are a few. There's a few old, like almost mummified looking creatures, little rats, things of that nature that look like they've died. A couple birds that are laying like tucked up in corners. And as you're still there, you're on the first step, you're taking a look. You do hear in your ear, you would hear the classic. But you don't see anything else. This is what you see staring over. There are windows as well up here. You can see outside. Occasionally there is a bright flash of lightning that crashes it. Kind of brightens up the room a little bit before it dims back down, but it's very quick.
Well, I'm gonna pull out my spirit box.
Behind.
Old.
Old.
Where are you? Old. Wait, what? I'm going to. I mean, okay. Hope's not an idiot. Hope's gonna be sneaky about this. Hope's gonna kind of like, very kind of like, carefully and quietly work my way around the wall. It's not my fault if they haven't noticed I've gone missing yet, by the way. This is not on me anymore.
Nope, not at all.
I feel like it's at one point, like whenever Drewby feels, but it'd be kind of like Hope's been, or How, Jesus. Is so many H names. Two of them, whatever.
Two of them, right?
That's a lot.
But
Dierdre.
Dierdre. But How would still be kind of going off about the boot thing, and then eventually, and points to a corner where it's just like, and then it just shows that dotted line of where a Hope was of dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, no, exactly. It would be about
Oh,
the
shit.
time where Hope has gotten like up over the step where you would have noticed Hope is no longer there. You may have even caught like a glimpse of Hope's little winged boots just going. Whoop.
Oh no, Hope has even better shoes than I do.
Jesus.
Did someone just take Hope's shoes?
Maybe. I don't know how well they're laced on, you know?
And which direction did those shoes go?
I don't know. Could be upstairs. They could have gone downstairs again, but it's pretty wet down there and kind of gross.
Maybe down. Let's go upstairs. As the pale white mask, which usually changes expressions, has the most intense eyes and like forced smile on it, which it usually does, but it is drawn with like a thing. How-How's gonna start running up the stairs now.
Okay, how? If it tries to steal your shoes, you just say no 3 times, and then it has to not take them.
That only works for Fox Bandit.
As you make your way up, Hope, what are you doing looking around up here?
I'm being sneaky. I'm being sneaky about it. But I would like to get a better view of behind that wall.
Okay.
Like the boot.
Do you want to roll up a stealth on that?
Would love to roll a stealth on that.
Hopes. Sneaking. Boots are flying, boots are flying, boots are flying, Hope.
Natural 20, baby. That's a 26.
So sneak.
So sneak. Also, I love the idea that like How's like, finally, I have control. I am in charge. Get wrecked of me. And then like within half an hour, it's like I fucking regret everything. Like,
Yeah.
Take them back.
Please take them back, please. I don't want to have to deal with them anymore.
I was gonna say, I think at some point, like How's like stepped over a puddle, and like in the puddle, it would be a reflection, but it's just a mirror sitting there flipping through a book, and he's like, "So how's it going? Shut up."
Yes. Love that. Hope, as you round the corner, it's just Boots laying there. If you take a look, there's a hole in the wall of this spiral staircase that kind of lets you look up more on the spiral staircase. And as you take a look up, you see the next floor, and just with your passive perception on there, you can see there is a latch on the next floor on the roof with a wooden ladder that goes up to it, but that latch is closed.
I think Hope is going to wait for her friends.
Okay.
And how.
But a moment, sorry.
The two others, you make your way, and you don't actively see Hope. Hope has disappeared.
With the 24 stealth, get fucking wrecked.
Yeah. Hope has disappeared on this. As you make your way up, Dierdre, you would be able to see there are a pair of boots on the floor, and that's about it. Maybe some of the like long dead animals that have gotten stuck in here. Well, that's about it.
So like the boots belong to those like long dead animals, and they're just like putting them over here. Maybe this is the boot horde. This is the boot room. I'm very afraid because
Jakey,
So-
just for your reference, you get up here, you can't see Hope, but you have found a pair of boots.
And you actively have a Dierdre who literally just asked, huh, these boots must belong to these dead animals.
You said there were boots and dead animals. I don't know. Maybe there's like a little cat up here in the boots.
A
Deirdre?
cat in boots? Couldn't be me.
What do Hope's boots look like?
Oh, not like those.
Thank God. Anyway. Oh, right, they have been floating about. Okay, so Hope's gone, and there's boots and a bunch of dead animals here.
I poke my head out from behind the wall. Am I?
Can I ask, these dead animals, do they just like look like they just kind of like died, or are they like half eaten, or are they just like
A couple
I don't
of
know,
them
missing their feet? Like I don't know.
A couple of them are missing limbs, but most of them look like they got stuck in here and couldn't get out.
What limbs are they missing?
Tails, legs.
Do they look... What's the word I'm looking for here? Desiccated?
Yeah.
Desecrated.
No, desiccated. Like they've
is
had
desiccated?
all the fluids.
Oh, God, that's what that means?
Yeah.
I thought you were referring to, like, desecrated, like, scary stuff, being, like, desecrated.
I love the idea of going food shopping with you and coming across desiccated coconut and you just being like, what the fuck is wrong with this coconut?
Honestly, though, that's probably what would happen. I've never heard of desiccated is when all the fluids are zucked.
To desiccate something is to remove all of the liquid from it.
So theoretically, like, it'd be a banger pickup line if you said you were gonna desiccate someone.
When you
If you're a
Anyway, okay.
That's
Definitely
going in the
keeping
trailer.
attention. Good. Okay. So these don't look like they've gotten the zuck. They're just dead.
I mean, they do in a way, but in a way that they've been here for a long time and have decomposed in this very salty, arid environment.
Okay.
So what you're saying is they're jerky.
Essentially.
Like if you ate rats, that would be like a good snack.
Yeah, if you had a lizard folk friend who just, wanted to eat some jerky, that's it.
Gross. Hi, Hope.
Hi.
So we're all just wandering now. That's what's happening. What did you find?
Come see. And I will bring them around the wall and show them through the hole that I can see with the latch and the everything. Look.
Is there something I'm missing, Hope? What did you find?
As you would look through the hole, you see a hole in the staircase that leads up to the next floor, and you'd be able to see there's a closed latch up top. It kind of moves every now and again, and there is a wooden ladder that goes down. And how you, as you're looking through here, see another move in of the hole.
The second you said there's a hole in the wall, the second you brought that up, I was like, I am not gonna play this D&D game and get Silent Hilled right now. And for those who don't know, there's a scene in Silent Hill where there's a girl on the other side of a wall, like who's like getting ready and stuff, and you can look through the wall. And if you decide to be a creep and peep on her, and you do it like 3 times, the first time you don't see anything, second time nothing really happens. There's a little bunny on her bed that just sits forward, and then if you do it a third time, it points at the peephole and just looks at you, and is the most unsettling thing I've ever experienced in a video game ever. Is just that. And like I was like, that's awful. That's just creepy. And I learned through a Jakey video. So
I was also getting like Silent Hill vibes, but like if it was big enough for you to put your hand in, so it's just like a hole.
So wait, so the bunny points at you. So is that the first Five Nights at Freddy's?
Is that the Anyway, so this, okay. So, because where my brain is kind of trying to wrap around.
Yeah.
So there's a ladder, trapdoor. There's like a hole to look through.
Yep.
With the stairs.
Yeah.
So
there's a wall that, originally all these other stairs are open staircases that go up. There's no railings, there's no walls, there's nothing. This one, when you get to the next floor, there's a wall that wraps around the staircase. And so you are currently on the flat ground that goes around this wall that goes up the staircase, if that makes sense.
Okay, so we would have to just walk around this kind of area, and then we would get to the stairs, and we'd keep going.
Keep going. Yep.
Okay. By the way, shadowy friend that keeps sneaking about up there, so we're getting closer. Also, for both of you, as you take things literally, so I can't use sarcasm, they are not a friend. I am assuming this is a harmful shadow. Friend.
Well, I mean, anyone that's just trying to steal my boots doesn't sound like a friend anyways.
Yes! Oh my, yes! Yes! How I walks away being like, oh my god, she gets it, don't let them take your boots.
And I kind of reach out with my fucking telepathic brainwaves and just send out a message of friend? Like, it's a question. It's very much a question.
Yeah, you reach out, but don't get any response.
But no one came.
I'll remember that if you need healing later. Anyway.
Fair enough.
I will follow how. I guess. It's one time.
So, are we moving towards the open area for the staircase, going up more? So
Yeah.
The wall kind of like wraps around and then wraps in on itself to go back up. All right. I assume How's going first.
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
You could let one of the others go first.
He can, but I think he is now.
I have a good idea. I'm just gonna like pick the boot up and toss it to like the entrance.
Okay. You throw the boot up the staircase. It lands down, and with that, as soon as it hits the ground, this lightning bolt hits down outside. Everything lights up for a second and goes back dim. The boot is no longer there.
I'm gonna tie my boots real tight now.
I don't think they just want. Yep, keep your shoes safe. Okay. Ominous.
A few moments pass by as you're waiting for some results, and I need I need you to make a dex save, just a flat dex save.
Dex save. Well, I hate to break it to you, but that's a 26, my friend.
You, with your little cat-like reflexes.
Oh, Bane. Sorry. Let me remove a D4 from my 26. Oh, 1. 25.
Fair enough.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah, the DC was 26, you nerd.
No, with your cat-like reflexes, as you're just kind of in this, like, I don't feel like How's fully, like, scared, just more, like, trepidatious about this.
Yeah,
you
I think he's scared for these two right now,
something
which is, like, weird.
Flying at your face. The boot comes right by your head and back down and hits the floor.
Found the boot.
What does the boot look like?
It looks like just how you threw it up there.
Oh, it's
I was
not
already be like,
alternate
it looks
anyway.
like a boot, about size 10.
It's your size shoe. No, I mean, like,
Comes
is there
back perfectly
anything like
tailored.
altered
It's
about
for
it?
you.
Like,
No.
is there?
No,
Yeah,
no,
like, is
no.
it ripped up in any way? Just like somebody just got mad. I threw a boot up there and was like, "Fuck you."
Somebody,
Essentially.
like you threw a boot. They picked it up and went, "Who throws a shoe? What the fuck?" Throw it back.
Essentially, yeah.
How's gonna walk closer to the staircase now where the boot was thrown and start to kind of advance, and it's like, you know, we could address the poetry, the boot throwing, the lighthouse. I will keep it honest with you, with whoever is here, and I know you can hear me because I keep seeing you in the corner of my eye. No one has come here in a long time. We were offered a piss handful amount of gold to come look here. No one wants to be here. So there is some people here that may be able to help alleviate things, lighten things maybe, or leave this place back in the darkness. It is your choice. Give us something here. Either be exciting or don't.
As soon as you
Shoes?
say that, that latch that's up top and flips open, you can hear rain now steadily hitting the top of the lighthouse. You have made it to the top of the lighthouse. That latch has opened up. Water from rain, like coming sideways, is now going into this floor right above you.
How much? It looks like there's a fair bit of rain pouring in, like from like the mountain. It's like pouring hay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's not ideal. How remembering the foreshadowing of, hey, no water's made it up here so far. How's going to keep going up those stairs towards that trapdoor. If there is, I think How's kind of, his kind of thing is like, it is aware whatever's here is trying to scare us away. But if it is opening a door, that is the first time it has done something that is like, be my guest. So if it's a trap kind of thing, then I guess we'll find out the hard way. Yeah, I think he's going to keep moving forward.
Also, for sake of clarity, when I said put it back, I meant we're gonna keep the box. I just put the match back in there.
Yeah. That's how I'll put. That's why I don't think I said it out loud, but I went.
I was like,
like at the time.
Back, but yeah.
Yeah. So I still have the matchbox.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. You
Good
make
checking
your
for
way
continuity before we would get there, and if Drew asked, "Do you want to light the match?" kind of thing, because
Yeah.
Oh, it's downstairs. No.
As you make your way up into this floor, there is an interesting scene. There's a bed that's been like smashed up against a wall. There are chests that are just like in pieces. There is clothing that's been ripped up and torn. This floor is an absolute wreck.
What side of the room is everything on that was broken?
It's on the eastern side.
Yep. Okay.
If you remember correctly, on the first floors, everything was on the western side.
Yeah. I figured it was either going to be opposite or the same. Okay. This is going to be a weird question, but like going up here, because how and myself, I think like in geometric lines and shapes. Yep. Is this like it's all on one half perfectly in? Is this like everything's pushed in the corner? Is this like the western side is completely vacant?
Yes, western side is completely vacant on that. There's nothing up against the walls. There's nothing on the floors. Everything has been fully pushed over. It almost looks like a force of wind or nature has just absolutely yeeted everything into the eastern wall.
Okay.
There are no windows on this floor, with the exception of one directly in the north of the tower. It's a very small, almost like, can't remember what they call them, but where people fire arrows from. one of those little like arrow slots.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And that's what
But yeah.
appears to be letting light in occasionally whenever there's a lightning bolt around.
And this is the top of the tower.
This is the floor under the top.
I'm,
I was about
I'm
to say,
assuming if it's
lighthouse.
usual standard, it's gonna be we're gonna step outside. There's gonna be the lighthouse itself, and then whatever's encircling it. But because lighthouses aren't usually super
whatever.
covered.
I mean, sometimes
You said
they
there's
have
a-
glass to like prevent it from.
That's true. So you said there's a broken bed and stuff, and you said there's a chest, or did I make that up in my head?
It's what appears to have once been a chest, but it's smashed in tatters.
I'm gonna check the debris from that because so far it's been. This individual seems to like putting stuff in boxes. They doom box stuff, so they're relatable.
Yeah, you move through the pieces of wood, and all you see is a small torn up piece of paper with 3 words on it. It says, "Roll away the dew."
Roll away the dew? Roll away the dew.
It was in DEW.
Looks like there may have been more words underneath that, but wherever
all
that
that's
is
left.
gone is gone.
I'm gonna hand this over to I assume because we've been giving these to Dierdre because she's resident poet. So yeah, I'm gonna hand that. Well, there's a ladder upwards, and someone's broken stuff. So
I wonder if there's like 2 entities in this tower. Maybe they're trying to like see each other. Because there's the one that tried to grab my boots downstairs, and then there's the one upstairs that's been like throwing boots at you. Maybe like, I don't know.
oh, wait, that actually makes a lot of sense. If there's one of them that is waterlogged, trapped in the water, and there's one that needs to be stuck on land, they're pissy because they can't get near to each other, or they don't want to be. So how would we...
I'll ask. Whoever's like up here that keeps whispering at us, do you have a friend downstairs that you're trying to meet and you can't because it's blocked?
It's silent for a moment, and then you hear 3 taps on the wood above you.
If your answer is yes, give 2 taps. If your answer is no, just 1.
Silent for a few more moments, then you hear 2 taps.
Oh.
So you're not really angry with us, you're angry with circumstance.
Silent for a moment, then 2 taps.
Is there like, is there another like trapdoor or anything that we could open between the 2 like sets?
A few moments pass by. 2 taps.
Okay. Let's do hot and cold in that room. So yeah, like start going.
Can I roll, like, I know we're just communicating in taps, but can either a vibe check or an insight or something, because this, based on Hope's reaction before of, like, this being a bad idea and now there's more communication, this either is, things are going to go super well, but also things have already tried to hurt Dierdre, so it's like, this could absolutely be a bait right now. And I know we don't have a ton to go off of, but is there anything that's, like, given, like,
Deirdre wants to believe in love, so I fail my insight check on purpose.
Yeah, you can.
How's
you
a
can roll
pessimist?
You can roll an insight. How?
Okay. Probably not going to be great. Oh, actually, that's not... My worst stat. Okay, unnatural 20.
It's very hard to pick up a vibe of taps. I feel for how in particular to trust your gut on that one of like, yeah, it kind of makes sense of what Deirdre's saying, but also at the same time absolutely doesn't make sense. You're just kind of stuck in this medium between two things, but I feel like you would probably lean more towards I don't trust this.
Okay. I don't think How's going to vocalize that right now. I think the mask is just going to be a little more steely faced. Okay, so Jakey's thing. So I'm doing the meta moose. For those who don't know, this is a thing in my games when you're talking strictly out of character. Mm-hmm. So you might say a bit. I have a feeling that whatever is resolving this, it is either lighting the lighthouse or the alternative, which is like bad ending, is I think whatever this is wants to submerge the lighthouse. Because if there's something actually down there that wants to be closer or closer to us, it would have to be the whole lighthouse would have to be submerged. Because there's something here that is bound to this. Or if the lighthouse is submerged, it will basically be like a champagne bottle pushed out the top, so this thing will be freed. So that is the vibe. Anyway, that's what I'm getting. I think before we do anything, Dierdre, why don't let's greet this individual that's tapping for us at least. Get a little closer, more acquainted, and a better understanding. I think that is the best course of action for now.
Like, if they're writing this poem, we want to help them actually finish it before they, like, go and read it.
Yes, exactly. Just in case, so I can help each of you up, I will go up first. Both of you, hold pinkies or something. Please, for the love of God. As Hao starts going up the ladder. But he's, like, looking down, making sure they grab hands or something. Or even, like, just are standing close enough that neither one of them just disappears.
Hope with not enough fingers to have pinkies.
We can hold hands.
Okay.
You start heading up this ladder, and as your head makes it up over the ledge, you see the lighthouse for what it is. You see a large cylindrical wall in the center. Up above that, you see this wrought iron bell that sits atop. And then you notice there's either clothing or something kind of off on the side of where this wall in the center is. It's all open area around with little, I guess you could call them little barricades to keep someone from possibly falling off the lighthouse. But it is all open with the pillars all around that keep the dome of the lighthouse up.
This clothing, does this look like this is attached to something, or does this look like this is just...
It would be it would be odd for clothing to be able to be up here. The wind gusts are incredibly high up here. Like, you're getting pelted in the face with rain. If you've ever stuck your face out of a car window while driving through rain, that's kind of the feeling you're getting right now. Granted, you have a mask on, so your mask is taking the brunt of this.
God, visually, just the visual of standing in a dark, empty lighthouse with, like, How's vibe, I'm like, aesthetic. Yeah, I think How's just going to walk up and kneel to this corpse, which I'm assuming is holding a ripped piece of paper or something along those lines. Or maybe they're not.
You get up to the corpse, and around, there is iron chains holding this person up against the wall of this cylindrical little well where light would come from if the lighthouse was lit.
I think Jakey just put 2 and 2. What's going on? Okay. This is a person corpse, like how...
This is definitely a person, very weathered from wind, rain. They've been here possibly for a while.
Long hair, potentially pointed chin, maybe long fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it. Hey, as DM game respects game, I saw that smile the second I said that. Oh, fun. I think this is what he'd do, and I think he'd just squat, look up, and like peek under their hair currently. Not like he's not going up right to touch them or something, but he's just aware of right now the power dynamic of this. Jakey knows whatever this thing is, but I think of how I saw a whole person chained up to a wall now, that's suddenly like, that this is something bad. So I think he'd be like, aware of the power dynamic. This is probably something strong, but there's a reason it's chained up, and How's not right now. So
Yeah. Absolutely. Are the other two of you going up as well?
Yeah.
You make your way up. You see the same thing. You see this well that's pretty much at the top. You'd see the wrought iron bell above, and then the canopy of the lighthouse itself. And eventually you would see How squatting down next to this corpse that is chained to this cobblestone well that's up top.
How?
yes,
What is? Pointing up at the bell.
and there's a bell. It's makes lots of noise, similar to there's a building in town. You probably heard it on some mornings. It rings, wakes everybody up. It's that, but smaller. This one is for ships to hear sound. In case it's too stormy, light gets too close, this would be loud enough to make sure that they don't crash.
Bell. 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 What that?
I don't know. But Dierdre, you have a strange connection with occult things that I can't exactly describe. If you were to describe the person in front of me, do they feel familiar at all to you, Dierdre?
Can you describe them to me? I'm just gonna stay near the stairs.
It's
How's
I'll let
going to
you-
describe what he sees?
I'll let you describe. It's because it's you know
I-
what you see.
Yeah, okay. What I'm looking at is an individual with sunken, bloated flesh, pointed features, long limbs, shorter form, long hair. They look possibly deceased or very good at pretending.
Do I know what that is?
Looking at it and thinking back, there is a vibe of familiarity there, with things you've encountered before, possibly quite even the reason why you're in the material plane in the first place.
Oh, I feel like I just asked the wrong question to the wrong person if it's that familiar.
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming I can't get any closer. So,
How's not blocking either of you? He's just kind of kneeling
it's
and
open
looking.
enough to where you could get close to this corpse.
no, I mean I can't get any closer. Just And there's only one.
Only one.
Dierdre,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you come stand by me?
I'd rather stand over here, thank you.
Why?
It's just, it's kind of like wet and icky outside. I don't like it.
I would like to insight check the shit out of that.
Go for it.
Yeah, you do the insight thing. I was gonna say, based on information gathered thus far, How's not gonna press further, but How has watched Dierdre trudge through this place, explore, and then wasn't phased by a hand trying to pull them into the water. So the wet, icky excuse, like, logic-wise, doesn't track. But I think just there's a slight turn, and there's a corner between the hood and the mask where just there's one red iris that just slowly clocks Dierdre, and then just like how his head turns back around.
Well, I mean, regardless, whatever's in that pit that died down there, you said it's like it's got chains on it, right?
So it is on the best way I can describe it. So you come up through the latch, and there's this small half wall that's in the cylinder, right? It's not chained inside of it. It's on the outside, but it is chained from the outside wall. So it's been getting battered by like wind and rain. But upon inspection, How would have easily have seen these are iron chains that hold this corpse to this wall.
Why specifically iron though? That's what's not clicking for me. Silver I would understand. But like iron, oh wait, no. Yeah, because iron, like druidic creatures and like fae stuff, they can't touch iron. Shit, right.
Even with a bless and a guidance, I do not beat the 25 that Dierdre rolled. So
Yeah.
I imagine that it is not so much that I believe you, it is that you have always been quite difficult to read.
How I was gonna roll it, but how already didn't. Oh, that's close. That's dangerous. Like I think that fits for How's vibe of right now of like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call you for lying, but evidence has suggested otherwise. So I think that's fitting because that was a 23 for Hope. Or for How on Dierdre. Jeez, I'm calling myself Hope.
As you're up here in
Hello, I'm How now.
Hey,
as you're
all
up
yours.
here-
Honestly, I'll gladly be the one who's like, I have less fingers. I read minds. Anyway.
As you're all up here, and the sound of rain, lightning, thunder, it's slightly overwhelming, and you're taking a look at this. Hope, from a few floors down, you hear that trapdoor that was shut with the iron nails. You hear something smashing on the floor.
Iron nails. Iron nails.
Dierdre, I'm going to ask a question quickly, and Hope, I need you to follow up very quickly with whatever you're about to say. How many makes a group of what's in front of me?
3.
Hope, what is it?
Downstairs. Banging.
1, 2. And then the shadow. 3.
Just, if I can make a suggestion, we're gonna use code names from now on. This is potentially very bad.
I need you both to trust me for a moment. And I know normally there is someone inside of a book who has said people like me you shouldn't trust.
How?
Yes?
I trust you.
Code names, please. Your mask and your strawberry.
Bubbly. Strawberry, I like that more. I don't know why I suggested bubbly. You know what? No, you're bubbly. Point.
Only refer to each other in these names, please.
Bubbly, strawberry. Hold hands.
Actually, no, don't call yourself Mask.
Call me Rothamir.
No.
No.
You know what? I feel very drawn to a name. How does Gungus begin?
That actually, I think that sounds great. That gives like just
Fantastic.
that gives
GP
the
for
vibe
short.
of energy. If anybody asks for your name, please only use these code names. Actually, maybe don't be Strawberry. You can be Blueberry. Blueberry's good. And I will be. I'll be Rain.
Also,
Time.
You do hear the banging
Time.
still.
Time.
yeah, I was gonna say, did these two, when How I said like you need to hold hands, did they grab hands? I'm
Yes.
asking. I guess like you guys grabbed hands.
Yeah.
The second they grab hands.
Further, I would have let go.
Yeah, no. How just wants you two to be close and just says, remember what you feel like and remember where you are. How's gonna pull his mask off. Smoke's gonna burst out. I'm casting darkness on myself. Because right now I can see through magical darkness, and it is a high likelihood that anything else here cannot. And How's going to get to. So there's the bell, and then there's this light. Yes.
Yeah. So there's no actual like lighthouses in real life would operate through either like mirrors or fire or things like that.
Yeah.
There's nothing in this pit. It's just an empty pit.
Okay. What is the bell made of?
Wrought iron.
It would be too. How is... Oh, God, there's... How's first going to go to... I think... No, because Dierdre can't move forward. So it would take Hope's other hand and just whisper to Blueberry and put the box with the match in it. And then How's going to go like slam the bell as hard as he can in this dark space, just to see if he can see if something happens with noise or something. Because yeah, my original plan was light something up, but if we don't have a source of light, gonna see what happens if we ring the bell.
As you hand that over, and as you're about to strike the bell, you remember something you had just read earlier. It can ring like fire when you lose your way, and as you hit the bell, and this shockwave of noise comes out, and obviously this is meant for like ships out at sea to hear. It's overwhelmingly loud. But as soon as the reverberations of this bell go down, you see this little... It's like this little yellow bead of light just... and drop down like dew into this empty pit. And as it does, light cuts through this magical darkness you've made.
I was just about to ask that, because if it wasn't, I was going to dispel it, but fantastic, because that's what I was banking on.
Light cuts through this magical darkness, and as you do... You all three hear screams inside the tower, and it goes silent. and now there's this blinding light next to you. The corpse is still there. But you don't hear anything else downstairs.
Has the light cut through the dark, or did it fully dispel my darkness?
Fully dispelled. It is.
Oh,
Your
wow,
darkness
okay.
is gone.
Okay.
I have a question. When How cast darkness and took the mask off, was that a brief thing, or is the mask still off?
Oh, interesting. You know what? I'm just gonna roll a D100, because for what how would do, because normally he usually keeps it like either close to or off, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna do like less than 50. Yeah, I think there's the second the light bursts, there's a brief moment where his face can be seen. He looks similar to Rothamir in the sense of you're looking at the same person, but there is sharper, more gaunt features about How, and both of his eyes are like eerily red, where Rothamir's is that kind of like purple color with like magenta irises. How's is black on red, and as well, How's face, where it is not tattooed, there's lots of like scarring and marks just kind of everywhere. There is they don't look like necessarily like injury or anything like different per se. It just looks like little bits, like chips and stuff, like along his face. Somebody just probably falls down a lot. And I think, yeah, he would try and as quickly as possible put the mask back on, but both of you are probably perceptive enough, and he was caught off guard that he would have been seen briefly before covering his face.
Okay. So I don't hear any more banging downstairs.
The banging has stopped. The thunder is very loud. But other than that, you do not hear any more banging downstairs. You heard that, like, I said screams. It was more like into like a screech almost.
I think Hope's interest is not directly here right now, and is going to go as close to the edge facing the storm as she can to see how far away the center of the storm is.
Center of storm is fairly close to you. Not there. It's not like a hurricane by any means, where there's no like eye to the storm. You're in about the roughest weather you can get with the storm at the moment.
And I see the bird.
With your perception, you look up and there's just this thunderclap of lightning, and you see the outline of the bird. It is directly over you all at the moment.
Okay. I don't think this is going to reach. But I will send up. I'm just.
I know the gesture you're about to do. I'm like, yeah. I want to know what. Look. If there's an opportunity to hear a thunderbird, yeah, I was about to say, if there's an opportunity to hear a thunderbird's voice,
right?
Like, yeah,
I would like to just like mentally, like, I don't think this is gonna reach. I think I'm just gonna be screaming out into the void, but that's fine. Hope would do it, and just send up like every kind of ounce of like joy and respect and love and hope that this flame next to her represents, and just kind of visualize that and just send it up to the bird.
I'm gonna start kind of like under my breath muttering. Does anyone understand Sylvan? Or is it just me?
Doesn't matter.
Depending on how close Sylvan and Druidic are, I might be able to pick up the odd word, but I would not know what you were talking about. And honestly, I'm not paying attention, so.
Hope you you are pretty cool.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, of course, obviously. Sorry, I was looking at something as well. You send out these vibes up to this bird of like hope, positivity, like all these things, and you wait for a moment and it feels like there's nothing that's going to come back. And in the faintest of way, you feel content.
Shit.
And Deirdre, you start muttering in Sylvan, and I assume you have something pulled out of the way.
Mhm.
Okay. This is where we're gonna take a break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Son of a bitch!
All right,
Mother-
you goobers. Yeah, we'll be back in about roughly 10 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer on the be right back thing, so we'll see you all back here shortly. Bye. Well, hey there.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. This is what we love to see. I don't know if I've got here. Hold on. Let me. I thought I had everything right, but lo and behold, I don't. But that's okay, because now I do. Hi, chat. Welcome back. It's just me and Jen now. That's how it's always been. That's how it'll always be. So Deirdre, what are you muttering to your mirror there?
I'm just saying that there's potentially 3 others here and asking what they want me to do.
It takes a while, and you're saying this all in Sylvan, so nobody else understands what you're saying. And it takes a while for any response to come back. And then you hear a Deirdre. Deirdre.
Mm-hmm.
There are not 3 there.
Oh, just 2.
Just 1.
Just 1.
Just the 1. Honestly, if you keep it in the iron, it will suffer for as long as it stays. Good for it.
Is there anything else like you want me to do? Like make sure it stays there? Like keep ringing the bell?
You hear a second voice. Keep it there. Keep it there for all eternity. First one comes back. There's only 1 there, Dierdre. It's a real shame about the others. and then the voices kind of go quiet out, and then you hear the third voice, and it's a very, very calm. This one you haven't really heard before, but it's very like, those would be quite tasty souls. Then the voices go quiet.
Well, I don't know how to collect those. You didn't give me anything, I don't think.
Yeah, the voices go, but you tuck the mirror back up, and you're just taking a look in front of you, and as soon as the mirror goes in your pocket, you hear, "What a shame." And now we'll go back to the others. We are back. Hello.
Hello.
Well, almost all of us are back. Jakey's working on it.
Okay.
There he is.
It's not gonna be last time like I just get stuck in limbo and I was just like farting around. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all gonna see me eat.
Right, Skirt and Boogie. All is quiet.
Ew.
Yep.
Yep. I'm fucking having a grand old time over here because I got to talk to a Thunderbird. So
You did.
I have a question, Drooby Dooby Doo.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was specific the wipe the dew thing.
Yep.
Is, since we're just gonna call a spade at this point, is the hag that is chained on the outside, is that a sea hag? Like, do they have like dorsal like hands or like blue skin?
Currently, yes, but I would assume. Have you touched this corpse at all, in any way, shape, or form?
I have not.
Okay. It does have clothing that would go up to like the wrist and things like that. But taking a look at it, you could definitely tell there's like some sort of protuberance underneath the clothing. But the body itself looks, as V said earlier, desiccated in the way that it's just, there's a lot of salt in the air, and it's just been constantly, you've got a hag like jerky here right now.
Rumptious.
This is probably not going to be the wisest thing. No, so I'm not going to do the dumb thing. How is going to grab by the iron chains, because it says specifically the morning dew. How's going to start shifting them around, and then the second they are positioned to face How's just going to read wipe the morning dew, and he's going to ring the bell again now once they're facing the inside.
Yeah, you kind of shift it around, and the light is still there, but it's so odd. As soon as you ring the bell again, another line of that verse comes through your head of, "It can turn night to day," as you watch another little drip of dew, this like
Cool.
yellow dew drip from the little knocker of the bell, drips back down into the light, and it does get immensely bright. Yes, me.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yes.
I am on the edge. That is a very loud noise.
That is an obscenely loud noise. Ooh. All right. Let's see.
Would you like a deck save, Droovy?
Well, you know what? Let's do it. Just in case. You know.
Just
Awesome.
in case. Yes, just in
Nat
case.
one. Party drama.
19, bitch.
Dang.
It immediately gets you to stop thinking about the Thunderbird and like turn around and see what the hell's going on.
I just look around and like glare for a second, like I was having a moment. Excuse you.
So you turn around and
Bright eyes.
and you see the moment that this dewdrop is falling from the bell into the light. The light gets immensely bright. I need everyone to make Constitution saves standing up here.
Ooh. I'll do that.
Oh, and
That's a
Hope
thing
still
I
has an
can do.
inspiration, I think. I don't think you used it.
I still have, yeah, I have two inspos banked currently. No, I think I got
No, I
one.
mean
So,
Bardic inspiration.
oh, yeah.
D8.
So that's a 19 for yeah boy.
I have a 15.
$18.
So all three of you are smart enough to, you already have seen this dewdrop fall in and create light. You're like, I wonder, and you kind of like shield your eyes for a moment. The light is so immensely bright, everything turns white for a moment. As the light now starts dimming and it brightens up and it dims, it appears as though you've turned the lighthouse back on.
Sick. How those chains doing, or what was in them?
You take a look down, and this corpse that was there is now a pile of ash sitting with iron chains wrapped on top.
How's gonna walk up, kneel.
The 3 taps was
Wrong voice, haha. The 3 taps was pretty clever. 3 people trying to reunite. I really don't like when people lie to people who are my friends. And just blows the dust.
The dust goes off. It's very bright up here. The storm seems to be, it's still pretty rough. The water is still very high, but it seems to, the sideways rain has turned more into just like a heavy rain at this point. The winds occasionally now gust instead of a full force constant gale.
Not to lie. Not quite.
I was just gonna glance over. Doesn't really say anything. He leans in. And he's still squatting, so he grabs Scuttles over. What did you mean by that? I feel like I'm being like I and then he stands up, right?
Not quite a lie.
How so?
It wanted to be with. That was not a lie.
Yes. However, Dierdre was offering it a kindness, and it was going to take advantage of that kindness.
Still not a lie. Just cruel. Not the same thing.
You are a little smarter than I like. And he kind of probably holding a fork and just like pokes.
It's like an
I'll
old
continue
dead
to be kind.
Hmm?
I'll continue to be kind.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Do you feel better or worse now that there's dust?
Oh no, it's still terrible up here. It was definitely like low-key giving witch vibes from Left 4 Dead. I think it might be worth looking around a little bit more. These kind of people usually have a tendency to hold on to things that don't belong to them. So.
Well, let's give a look-see then. I mean, kind of like listens down below. Seems like whoever is below is probably not anymore.
Right after you say this.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew it too.
Right after you say this, there is a roll an insight, the three of you.
Ooh. Insight's a fun one for when. Not so fun. 13.
25.
That's an 11.
I hope you hear banging on that trapdoor that's sealed shut, but you pick up the vibes of desperation, not of anger.
Downstairs. Someone desperate. Careful.
Fair enough. All
I
right.
click my heels and I just float down.
Yeah, How's just gonna. I think. Yeah, I got slow fall, so How's just gonna jump down the ladder. Actually, it's probably going to walk up to Dierdre and go, "Do you want me to help you down swiftly, or are you fine?"
Can you grab?
Do you want me to take the chains away?
Like if you could just.
That's the banging you hear. A couple floors down.
It's like knocked my mic over. Like, what a little gremlin. Ow.
Hey, it's totally fair though, because there's been a couple moments in here that Drew's got me pretty good, but you know what? That made me shit my pants.
Harry just like cannot.
Atmospheric horror.
Harry
I'm so
really just
sorry.
chose violence.
So sorry to chat. My mic's still fine, right? You guys can hear me.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
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 you
you're
sound-
good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
Yeah. If we could just like toss those low-key in the ocean, that'd be great. Actually, don't toss them in the ocean.
How is like without a word kind of thing. It's kind of this like how is gonna be like a I see you don't judge me, so I'm not gonna judge you, and how is going to take the chains and just like push them into his like bag, basically like in the depths as far as they'll go, so they're out of sight, out of mind, and then seal that.
Oh,
I'll find a way of disposing it at another time.
Could we like? Do you have any like vessels?
Vessels.
Like a bottle or anything?
How I was gonna pull open like his flask and then probably some like because
Rothamir
Nier has a-
absolutely would have some.
yeah, he has
like,
lots
glass
of bottles,
with, like,
alchemical
cork,
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that one because you probably won't want to use this again.
No, it's fine. You can have one of his.
Okay. So,
There's a thing in the reflection where it's just a
just like back to the wall goes around and starts like collecting ashes and putting them into this vessel.
oh sorry.
It's raining out here, and
Oh yeah, I guess they would be kind of goopy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're reconstituted, but I'd rather this one was not.
I'm gonna let you do your thing because that is gross. Amir's gonna jump down the thing and let her collect hag goop.
Yeah, you collect it. You collect it up. It's kind of one of those where it's a small glass vial about yay big and about yay big around with a little cork topper. You kind of have to like take a stick out because I assume Dierdre just has random sticks and just kind of like poking it into the bottle.
It's the bottom of a flower.
Yeah, you're just like
Flower stem.
But you do get it fills up a decent way, and probably say maybe 3/4 of the way full. Put the little cork
Expert,
back on.
great on toast.
Stopper. And then I'm gonna say something else in solo and just put it in my bag.
Okay. You start heading down the staircase and get to the next floor.
How it just keeps jumping every time now because it's slow fall. So it's just like a wee, wee.
And you start making your way down to
Making my way.
where the ceiling of the second floor is. You know, if you go down any further, you'd go into water. But you do see there's that trap door there with the wrought iron. And as you take a glance at it, you can see it physically move. It's like trying to open, but there's nothing there opening it.
So I can see the hatch trying to move.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but there's something. Oh, does with my fancy, because I have devil's sight, so I can see magical darkness and stuff, but probably not through like invisibility illusions. Do I see like a physical shape or anything, or?
Nope.
And this definitely isn't pressure from the bottom. This is something there.
Yeah.
Can
Ooh.
I hold my hand out to that area and concentrate for a moment and cast Dispel Magic?
You hold out your hand to cast Dispel Magic, and nothing happens. But as you're standing there with your hand outstretched, your hand starts to feel cold, as if someone's trying to hold your hand.
I will try and reach out telepathically with just, I think just the presence of questioning and just like asking for answers essentially, because obviously like it's more vibes that I give out with the thinking.
The vibe you get is, don't go up there. Don't go up there. Don't go up there.
I will, yeah, like if I can, like obviously I can't feel the hand, but I can sense that there's something I will try and hold the hand back and give them the images of what I saw up there, the bell being rung, the light being on, the dust.
You hear a voice in your head simply say, "Thank you." And you feel that coldness from your hand dissipate. The banging on that hatch stops. You start hearing the sound of water sloshing again. Earlier it had stopped because it had hit the top of the second floor, but now you're hearing it kind of slosh a little bit more. You can realize that the water level is going down. Outside, you don't hear as many thunderbolts. The rain starts to settle down a little bit. And as you take a look out the window on this floor, you can see the storm is moving further away, and the weather is calming down.
I think I will go and stand out on that balcony and just watch the storm go.
About an hour after this, you've watched as this Thunderbird has gone off, heading further east, completely now past the coast of Pegagen. The water levels have completely receded down. And you start to see little beams of sunlight shining through the clouds. I forgot that it's the 4th of July and I just heard a firework and I was like, it's a firework. We're good. So,
Firework.
a firework.
While, because Dierdre is currently doing Dierdre stuff, I say that with all the love in the world, but God, and with Hope kind of watching that, I think How is going to go, and I think now seeing all the nails just gives like a hearty, just like either reefs it upwards and won't come up, kicks it down through, because now there's no danger. And How just kind of just looks at Hope and Dierdre, feeling things clear, or I guess because Deirdre's up, but looks at Hope and just kind of makes his way down outside, following the water level. And while he's kind of walking, watching the water just slowly sink as the steps go, his reflection staring at him is that of Amir. And I think How looks a little conflicted. And when the water finally stops and he watches like the reflection of Amir start to dissipate, standing by the door that's covered in barnacles, the mask just goes gunk and falls onto the floor. And Amir picks it back up.
In this time that this has been happening, Deirdre, you've been looking around. You know, hags tend to take things that aren't theirs. And you've been going from floor to floor, just looking around. And can you roll me an investigation?
Sure. The thing I'm classically very good at. 12.
With that 12, this is right around the time that Hope is dealing with what Hope was dealing with earlier. You feel this nudge to look in a certain direction, and you do, and there's a floorboard there that looks a little loose, and when you move it and open it, you find a few things inside. You find a golden necklace with a small ruby inset. Then you also find a diary of sorts, more of a songbook, with very familiar writing to what you've read on these parchments.
Someone taking cut and paste. That's cool. That's cool.
You find a note inside this book that says, "Please return me home." The three of you are inside this tower, and the waves have settled down a lot more, and from outside the lighthouse you hear a voice. Y'all still alive? Hello?
No. I'm just joking, actually.
You peek out the door. It is the sun that brought you all there, and you, as you said the no, you see him like grabbing the oars, getting ready to start pushing off the island, and then realizing that you're...
Is that all it would have taken for you to just leave us here?
is a no. I can't. I don't have the pitch to do that.
Listen, dude, I'm not an adventurer. I'm a fisher. I don't deal with this. Why? I don't want to die. I don't know. Nobody comes here for reasons. I don't know.
Does that not ring a bell? As he points at the light. That's, I'm assuming, still glowing
Oh, yeah,
now
no,
that
absolutely.
the lighthouse
It's
is
like-
back up and running.
I mean, yeah, but you still could have died. I don't know. I'm not in there.
You know what? Fair enough.
I want to ask, do you know the lighthouse keeper, or did you know them?
I mean, yeah, a few years ago, there was a woman named Sally. I don't know. She used to run it. Her husband originally ran it. It was named after him, Franklin.
Do they have
then-
like any other family?
As far as I know, a couple like nieces, nephews, stuff like that. But I didn't really get close with the family.
That's okay. Would your dad know a little bit more, do you think?
I mean, yeah, he's been around a lot longer. I mean, he's not to be rude, he's old as fuck. But y'all want to ride back?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Do you guys have anything else you want to check out in here? Are you feeling okay after all that? That was a little weird.
We could gather up the bones maybe and have them buried.
Wait, there's bones
Yeah.
in there.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh.
I'll grab one of the chests that was not broken, and I'll try and organize things. If you guys want to get the boat set up, I don't have an issue doing with that.
Oh, Amir.
Hmm.
I pull out from my pocket the little pill bug and hand it over.
But no, Amir, Amir like holds it and smiles. Thank you. And adds it to his little critter bag and then closes that.
Missed you. And then just turns and goes to help sort out the boat.
Y'all get on the boat and things are happening on here.
That's what I'm playing. I'm playing on the accordion.
The front of the boat goes, oh, oh.
Wait. Okay, so who's getting who's getting a green hat? Who's getting a blue hat? Who's getting a red hat? Who's getting a purple hat? Come on. How are warriors? Let's go.
You are able to collect all the bones that are left over. You get them into a chest and you get them back on the boat. You all had survived a night at the haunted lighthouse. You make your way back with the sun on the boat. You get back to the city of Pegagen, and as you do, it's still very dark with the storms off on the edge. It was daylight when you were there. It's now getting closer to dusk as the sun sets. You start hearing popping sounds. And you look up to the sky and you can see occasional fireworks. He says, "Oh, well, that was quick. They didn't skimp on that," as you're still rowing back to Pegagen.
Skimp on what?
Oh, I guess you're not from here. Whenever the Thunderbird comes by, they do like a big thing in town to celebrate. They're pretty much, I guess, giving thanks to the Thunderbird. Yeah,
Wait, this is a regular thing?
it happens every now and again. I think last time it came by was about 2 years ago. But I guess they keep the fireworks on hand.
Do
I
you want
appreciate
a
it.
break? You've been rowing most of the way.
That's really nice of you. I don't mean to be rude, but you were kind of a dick on the way up.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't justify it. I'm just going to say sorry about that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's masking and unmasking, you know? Getting comfortable around people.
Yeah. When
Did you
people
even
that
eat
shitty-
breakfast?
Did I?
No.
Yeah,
Amir, you got breakfast?
I did not know. As Amir is gonna like kind of take over and is gonna do some of the rowing. He is not very strong. Oh, okay. Actually, I forgot he actually a wizard with a +1. So he's like, whew. Yeah. Amir just skips leg day. That's the issue. But
Amir,
yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
get some blueberries. Catch.
I'm not coordinated. Amir's gonna like munch while rowing. And yeah. Nah.
Most of them just bounce off your face into the water. It's fine.
This is like a mini sidebar. The description of like seeing the fireworks, like one of my last like big things when I used to do like working at like summer camp stuff, the camp director took the ladies at the camp out for like a little wine night kind of thing, all the counselors, and so me and the two other fellows there, we got a canoe, and we tried it before where we made a thing called a hot tub canoe, where you take a canoe and you put two empty canoes beside it, you fill the middle one with hot water, and then you go out on the water and you have a hot tub canoe, and it's great. While we did this, because that's what we were doing for our like guys chill thing of just like hot tub canoe, the neighbor camp like was shooting fireworks, so we were in a hot tub floating in the middle of like a lake at night with fireworks above us, and what you described, I was just like peak. Anyway,
That's
just a
awesome.
fun memory.
I love that.
Yeah.
You have made your way back to the docks. He gets to the boat up to the side, moors it. So, all right. Well, nice meeting y'all, I guess.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you too, and send your dad our best. Unless are we going to see him because the box?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yep.
He's probably over at the Valley View. He's probably getting a drink. I mean, can't go fishing in the dark, so.
Oh, and I said I was gonna tip you on the way back. That's what
Oh,
was gonna happen.
well, hey, appreciate that.
Yeah. If you want like 4 gold pieces, there you go.
Wow. Thanks. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah, if you want to go find Ed, he's most definitely at the Valley View. I mean, I assume y'all know where that is. You literally came here with a quest from it, so I assume you're going back to the guild hall. All right. Well, tell Dad I'm down here getting everything set up for tomorrow. And again, thanks.
Yeah.
He gets back in the boat, and you see him pulling different nets and things inside the boat, and then you make your way off towards the Valley View.
I think Amir keeps like looking over at Dierdre like they want to say something, but then there's that like kind of stops. Oh my gosh, I've been getting spam called like literally every hour today. It's
He's
a
popular.
time. Yeah. Yeah, I think Amir being like, you earned this money. That's yours. That's fine. So like doesn't, but keeps looking over like we should have a talk about how much you tip and stuff. But you're making your own money, so you know what? Do you? But yeah.
I think on the boat ride over, and definitely now by this point, Hope is like actively wincing every time a firework goes off. Like these are loud noises, and noises that would be that loud underground would generally mean that something's about to cave in. So like, although like it's very pretty, and Hope is like.
Are you actively having like dog experience? Like, oh,
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of that. It's like there's a disconnect between what I can see, which is ooh ah, but internally I'm just like.
You're pulling a full Loki right now. I love it. You make your way back to the Valley View, and go to open the doors. You still hear the fireworks going off, and as soon as you open the door, lots of people inside, just as it was described before. You have your tavern off on one side. There's open seating everywhere. There's the stairs that go up to the little stage off on the side, and then off to the other side there are rooms. And as soon as you open the door, you hear, "Well, I'll be." You see the Locatha. He says, "Y'all made it back, and I heard that y'all lit up the lighthouse." Well, y'all seem pretty happy about it. I'm pretty happy about it. That's gonna bring more business to the town. That's great. More ships. Anyways, well, come on down with me, and now that y'all are official members of the guild.
Official.
Hey, don't you be making fun about fish. Alright, that's actually funny. I liked it. Come on now. He starts leading you. He pops off his little stool, and you just hear that sounds as he makes his way exactly makes his way to a door off on the side of the tavern, opens it up. He's like, "Well, come on in now." The door is open for you. As you take your steps inside, it's a pretty ordinary looking office. You see a tiefling sitting behind a desk, and he looks up and says, "Oh, more adventures. Hello, welcome. How are you?" Goodness gracious. Sorry, distracted. Bills and things. I'm the accountant. Hello. I'm Tim. I know, classic name for a tiefling. It's great. You all need to get paid.
Yeah, we just and Amir's going to like open the book, see where the paper stuff was ripped out, and there's just like that broken glass sound, and then he pulls like the page slowly out, closes it a little too tight, and just slides it back in, and like just dead 1,000-yard stare, like, "This is the job we completed."
Well, yeah.
Also, we're good. I thought one of these two would answer before me, but we're good, by the way. I hope. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to see that one. That quest has been up on that board for a while now. Let's see.
Yeah.
That's 30 gold pieces on there, so 3% of that. You're looking at, I'm going to be keeping a hold of 6 silver pieces, so here is 29 gold and 4 silver pieces for you.
Who does he offer that to?
He just literally has a bag in his hand and he's holding it out to the 3 of you. He's like, "Oh."
A black blur just boom, and it's gone into the scarf thing. I'm just like, nope, neither of these two are managing money. As Pickle like pokes their eyes out, and then I'll divvy this out. So, but neither of you are going to be in charge of treasury. It's not meant to. We're going to do this as an educational process for both, for everybody. So you can watch me divvy it out, and we can talk about what money is worth.
Well, it seems to be worth like a lot of people's happiness because everyone keeps getting like really excited anytime I hand it to them. So is that the value?
Well,
You just see the tiefling behind the desk shaking his head.
classic
Money can-
adventuring, I know.
Like, I
Money can
never
be
wanna
exchanged
a
for goods and
fucking accountant.
services.
The Lakatha says, Well, now that you're official members of this here guild over at the Valley View, this is real nice. I suppose we should get things in order and actually make it official. How about that? Does that sound good?
What does that entail? I'm yes, but now I'm curious.
You see, he wipes a little bit of this this biofilm that he has on him as a fish, and onto the three of you. And as you do, you like get this oh god, a lot of it gets like near your eyes. And as you wipe it away, everything's looking different. The door's still open to the tavern, but now you see something slightly different. On the inside of the tavern, the space has opened up larger. In the center, there is a arcane sigil smack dab in a circle in the middle. The stage has gotten much larger. The bar has gotten a lot more exquisite. Upstairs, you can see more people coming in and out. It says, well, can't have you thinking it's just the normal tavern. Like the townsfolk. This is the Valley View. Welcome to the Fabled.
Oh, that makes much more sense when my friend said he was upstairs. I was like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. Well, here, let me give you a little tour, all right? So he takes you out.
So cool.
And
I just want to say,
Cool. So cool.
well, now that you've joined the Fable, just to let you know, there are other Fabled guild halls out there. And he says, let's see, we got the Misty Retreat, the Ocular Nomad. I think you would like that one. As he looks over to Hope, he's like, they got a big old telescope. It's real nice. Let's see, you got the Sand Shroud down to the south, you got the Snowcrest up to the north, you got the Seminole, Swamp Rat, Valley View, and that's us. Now, this circle here in the center, that there's a teleportation circle. It costs 150 gold to use. It's a one-way trip to any of the other guild halls in the continent. You can absolutely use it now that you're members. Obviously, up here we got the stage. As he looks over to Dierdre, he's like, so if you ever want to put on another good performance, I know the people would be loving to pay for that. And for you, I saw you like your books and saw that little sad face when you saw a page torn out. Just to let you know, we do have a library here too, but if you're really wanting to look at a library, you should really go out to either the Swamp Rat or the Sand Shroud, that one. Let me tell you. But yeah, long story short, you can meet my friends. I'm Big Blue. Used to be an adventurer just like you, with my friends who run the other Fabled guild halls. We retired. But hey, sometimes you gotta know when to give up. Anyways, enjoy yourselves. First round's on us. You hear that?
Amir leans into to both beside him. Do you think they offer changes of pants? This is a joke. This is not a serious question. What the hell? There's a library here and a teleportation circle. There. Okay. Huh.
Is that not normal?
No. This is privileged information and amenities. This is very helpful. We could get from one space to the other just like that. We need more money, but cool.
There's a band as you walk out of the accountant's office. As you walk out, he says, "Can you close the door?"
Like Amir's like, totally. I can close the door. But yeah, Amir closes the door.
Just leaves it open a crack.
No, Amir respect. Hey, somebody who wants to be alone with their books, their numbers, and like their stuff. He's like, hey, I get you.
That's the real
Keep
right
fighting the good fight. Just like, yeah.
As you step out of the room with the accountant and you're looking around and you're really taking it in, the bar is doubled in size. You've got this teleportation circle. As you're looking there, it lights up. You see a person appear. It's a half orc. He's holding the head of a small wormling dragon, and he's walking back over to the bar. You see him with a piece of paper in his other hand. You look around, you look up. The stage is much larger. They have active like illusion magic going to go with the music. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. There's vines wreathed along all the wood. Never in your wildest dreams would you have thought this guild hall would exist in this city.
Amir unintentionally, like almost a magnet, like kind of sneaks away from Hope and Dierdre. They see him do this, but because I can't do it yet, but is there any chance that Amir could start copying those runic stuff from the teleportation circle into his book for in the future if he could learn how to teleport to get himself back
Absolutely.
here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sick. Yeah, Amir's just like sits down beside it, almost like just like leaning on the steps, and it's just like, I'm just gonna jot some things down in my little bookie poo.
Dierdre,
And then I'm going to go to the library.
As you're standing there, Dierdre, you hear a familiar voice say, "Hey, Dierdre! Hey! Hey, you got your quest done. You didn't die. Wowee! Whoa!
Yeah, someone almost tried to steal my boots.
Why are they stealing boots? That's rude. Was it the guy who took you out there?
No, he didn't try to steal my boots.
Ah, I don't know. I
I
just
gave
assumed.
him money, and he was happy. So
Yeah, absolutely. You got. Hey, welcome to the Valley View. Whoa!
yeah, I was a little bit confused earlier when you were like, "I'm staying upstairs," and you like pointed really high up as opposed to like.
Yeah, they got like NDA stuff. I can't tell people about this place. You know how it is.
No, I don't. But that's
yeah,
okay.
That's right. Well, here it works. You can't tell. Like you can tell other people this is the guild hall. That's fine and all, but you can't like tell them about all the secret stuff inside. I mean, that's how you get people trying to like break in and figure out magics and stuff. It's just too much effort. But I'm so proud of you guys. You're adventurers. Wow. This is great. I'll treat you all to some drinks, some food. What you want?
Like some tea, actually.
Ah, right. Good. I think I remember the type of tea you like. I'll see if I get it right. What do you want? You with the what was your name? Hope. Hope. That was your name. I remembered. See, real smart, real good.
Never forgets a face.
That's right. That's me. That's Nabba.
I love that like Dierdre just was like joined in doing his voice there for a second. That was very cute.
I know you don't eat a drink. We've discussed this last time, but at least you want, I don't know, you want some fruit?
Never forgets a taste.
Very good, very
That's
good.
me. Hey, you got it.
Amir does not say that he's writing, but somebody in the other room says it.
Bathroom?
Oh yeah, no, there's a few down there. He points over like off on the other side of the tavern. There's like the little ways. It's actually pretty nice. There are private stalls in there.
I'm not going to the bathroom.
Never forgets a place.
Very good. Very
Incredible.
Right,
Amazing.
Dierdre. I never forget a place, a face, a taste. Let's go. This is wonderful.
He can recognize what kind of injury you have because he never forgets the mace.
That's right. That's
Nice. I
Anyway.
was just about to say if he's a cleric and he uses a mace, that's his never forgets a mace, but I like that's very good.
We got that gabagool up in the air. Yeah. Tasty. I don't know why they call it gabagool. It's capicola, but you know, I'm not gonna go on that tangent right now. Anyway.
Wait, they got gabagool?
No, they got the capicola, but for some reason we got these people from like over there that are calling it gabagool. Like, where do you get gabagool at a capicola? It doesn't make any sense.
It's the local accent.
whilst they are having this conversation, what's his favorite spell? It's haste. Very good.
Right.
Whilst they are discussing Gabagool, I am going to step back, go downstairs, and slip out the door.
Okay.
Very briefly.
Perfect. Yeah, you step out. The fireworks are still going. It's pretty nice outside. There's actually people outside, which is a big change of pace from the other ones. It's the people have something to be happy about because they've lived in these shadows for so long, and you know, so much has happened to this city. Chat, you're crazy. I love you. But yeah, it's really nice to see the city actually enjoying itself for once.
I think taking a minute to take a breath, and whereas Hope would normally like gravitate towards people, very good. Whereas Hope would normally gravitate towards people, I think for the first time ever, probably, Hope is going to try and find somewhere a little quieter where there are no people. And just take a minute to process something new. I think there's a moment she kind of ducks into an alleyway, and there's a moment where she's conflicted because there's a lot of like, you know, everyone's joyous and wild and crazy, and she remembers the feeling that she gave to the Thunderbird, and it was very similar, and she, you know, she recognizes the similarities there, and there's a disconnect for Hope, because right now Hope doesn't feel that, even though it's all around her. Right now Hope is feeling something else, and I think Hope would recognize this as something that's just hers, and that's a bit scary for someone who's always been part of a collective, who's always shared everything, to have something that is just hers, and for it to be sad. You know, having connected with that spirit and felt it say goodbye despite everything that's going on around her. I think that was just for her. So she's going to take a minute to kind of process that. And then, like, you know, 15, 20 minutes, just kind of like centering herself, reaching out, you know, vibe checking everyone else, letting everyone else back in, basically.
Yeah.
And then she'll go back in and find her friends.
Before you go back in, you're out there and you're in the alley. After you've had that kind of moment of solace, roll a perception.
That is a 16.
Okay. With a 16, you see a familiar face down further in the alley. You see a woman smoking a cigarette. You know this is one of Naba's party members, the one that never says anything. And she sees you kind of sitting there, and she walks down the alley and then just kind of like rests up against the wall next to you. Doesn't say a word. Just kind of there. If you had the kind of vibe check after, you know, you had experienced it, you just feel this kind of sense of camaraderie. She's seen that face before. Gives you a little head nod. Throws down the cigarette. Walks inside.
God, she's so cool.
Dierdre, as you're in there, you hear that. All right, I got the good drinks here. All right, here. Give this a try. He sets the teacup in front of you. It smells quite nice.
This dude reads like he would pronounce chamomile chamomile.
It's got some chamomile up in there, a little touch of sawdust, because that's how your mom used to make it. I remember. And just a little bit of honey. Well, tell me, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I don't think you're wrong.
All right. Yeah, he sits down. He's got a beer, and he looks over. He's like, "Yo, I don't remember your name. I apologize. You got a very familiar-looking face, but I'm. Wait a minute. Amir, right? Is that right? Please tell me I'm right. I never forget a face. Come on."
Amir like kind of lets him sit in this like while he's doing the whole like, come on, tell me like yes, that is my name. And like puts the book away.
Alice strikes again.
That's right. Never forget our face. What do you like to drink? What do you want to eat? Are you hungry? You went out questing. Look at them. Listen to them fireworks. Wow.
I like water, and if they have bread, that would be nice.
A basic kind of guy. I like it. All right, I'll go get you some.
Thank you.
Meanders off. About this time, Hope, you come back in. He comes around the corner. He's like, all right, I got some bread and water. It's nice bread. Look at it. It's got grains. Wowie.
Maybe there's some yeast in there?
Oh, there is absolutely yeast in here. Let me tell you, there's salt, there's grains. I tried to see if they had a focaccia, but forget about it. They ain't got that.
Thank you.
It's hard to get
Naba.
that like away from home, honestly.
Right? Like, what is it? Are people afraid of just like putting the fingers in the bread? Like, that's how you gotta push it down. You gotta make little pockets for the savory little bits. Focaccia.
This bread is perfect, so thank you.
Hey, I even told him to throw some butter on it. Oh, getting crazy over here.
Amir, like his face just kind of shrivels a little bit, like he's just like, you did what? But just like noticing like the nice gesture, goes, thank you, and is like he's like eating, and he's just like the texture of like the butter on bread, like Amir's eyes water a little bit, but just like a touch, just like. When you like when he said like very basic stuff like that is Amir's palate is very much like bread, potatoes,
Boiled
gray
chicken.
meat. Yeah, basically like that's what he does and that's what he likes.
Hey Amir, we
There's-
put some salt on this. Why is it spicy?
Where's the mayo?
Amir, my favorite British person.
There is some things he likes, but yeah, he's just gonna sit like munch, and I think once because now he's got all the runes and stuff for the teleportation circle down. I think seeing now a bigger space with more people is a little more overwhelming. But I think he's just kind of watching all these adventurers and whatnot. Because at first Amir was like, oh, scary lighthouse with like eerie vibes. Like we got like 30 gold and stuff. Like there's probably something like real big and real scary going on. But I think now he's impressed with the space, but he's kind of like, oh, it makes sense now why we're paid 30 gold. We are the small fish in the room. Yeah.
It's like, what was up with the lighthouse? What was up with that?
there was like big scary hag up at the top.
A hag? Did you bring anything back
Yeah.
from it? If you wouldn't told Big Blue about that, Big Blue would lose his mind. Nobody expected a hag up there.
Yeah, there's like some ghosts I think in there too. Like it was.
Ghosts? All you were supposed
Yeah.
to do was just go investigate.
I mean, I guess it did just say like, what's the deal with that? Like I
Yeah,
don't know.
what's up with that? That's all it said. He just had to go in and check it out and get. Hey, you gotta go tell Big Blue about that. If he knew there was hags involved in stuff, did you have to kill it?
One was dead, and then the other two were still alive, but dispelled
There were
quickly.
three? It was a coven? What
Yes.
the hell? And you guys are all alive? Wow. You gotta tell
Well,
Blue.
there was only one left, I think. Was the
Was there only? But there was one reaching for you in the water, and there's one sneaking through the shadows. That's
I'm gonna
three,
get it
is there
from
not?
the table,
I think.
and I'm gonna go and find Big Blue.
Yeah.
Because at least now that like because I guess like going through like his memory and like his like recollection of the events, did the shadows and stuff, was that just a spirit that was following us then, or did I see a hag in my periphery? Like, was there one hag, or like would Amir be able to piece together that there might have been more?
Amir might be able to piece together that there was only one physical.
Oh,
body
okay.
there.
So I was. Oh, okay,
And
cool. Then I guess
Putting
Amir
more
would
and more
like convey
together
that.
Of, Hope, did you ever tell the other ones the vibes you felt when you held the hand?
We haven't had that conversation.
Okay. Hope.
No one's asked, and Hope hasn't said anything. So
Hope, you would have put two and two together of that vibe that you felt of don't go up there. The thing that grabbed Dierdre's ankle wasn't trying to drown her, it was trying to keep her from going up there.
just trying to save her. Yeah.
Cool.
Was trying to steal my shoes.
Or steal your shoes.
Or
You know.
steal your shoes.
That's why I was saying leave and stuff. Okay, so it was two spirit. Then okay. So yeah, I guess with that information, then like Amir probably while Hope was at the table before they left, then wouldn't have said the thing about the coven. Then would have said like that then, because if like yeah, that was my understanding of that. But if Amir like put two and two together, would just say yeah, there were spirits and stuff, and then there was a hag body, but there wasn't like a
still.
physical hag.
Even
It's
if
possible there was a
hag-
coven at some point, but it was just the one.
Yeah.
I mean, still, you should go get more money for that. There was a hag and ghost, and you made it out alive. What the? Sorry, that's just blowing my mind. Y'all brand
What
new,
kind-
fresh adventurers out here taking on hags, kicking ass.
What kind of stuff do you guys do then?
I don't
If
know.
this
I
isn't
took on a
normal.
basilisk once. I got petrified. I'm fine now, but it was all right. He tried to eat me. I was like, nah. And then my buddy over here, he's a cleric. He got me out of it. As a long story, we take on crazy things, but I've never done taking on a hag before. I mean, Dierdre, back me up here. Hags, they're scary shit. We used to that back in the Feywild. Hags are plentiful there. You don't fuck with them.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to them. They're like, they make terrible fucking cookies too.
Oh my god, the worst. They put like dung and shit in there. Like, who does that? And like some of them even put like little kids inside the cookies. Who does that? It's
Yeah, like
gross.
somebody comes up and just like,
shit.
oh well, it's from like an animal, or they'll poop in it themselves, you know?
That's
And
real-
like they'll
real
leave it
gross.
out on like a mushroom stool or something, and then like someone will come along and be like, "Oh, delicious cookies," and they'll just like eat one, and then you'll hear just like laughter from the woods because you ate their fucking shit cookie. It's horrible.
Fucking shit cookies. They're the worst. Well, almost the worst. I mean, honestly, I'd probably rather not eat the kid cookies. Because
Yeah.
those are bad too.
That'd be worse.
Usually,
Yeah.
though, they put the kids in like muffins or some other shit. I don't know. They always try and convince you to eat the better food. But honestly, it's like even worse for you. They'll steal you. Hags are the worst. What can I say?
Yeah, I don't plan on going to the Feywild anytime soon. You both have sold me on not going.
Oh no, it's got
Yeah,
great places
That's
too.
like
Don't get me wrong.
Your vegetables.
That's right. Eat your veggies, just like me. And he pulls the carrot out and like, veggies are where it's at. I also got a dog too.
Huh.
Amir just like just like is eating the bread, but just like staring into space like, oh my god, that sounds awful.
Totally, like just the appetite you might have had is probably going away real quick.
Yeah, I think it's piece of bread, water, piece of bread, water. Like he's like, I'm eating solely for nourishment.
You see a few more people come through the teleportation circle. Just your standard looking adventurers. These ones though are dressed in like very nice like furred coats, very cold weather clothing. And it appears they may have just been from Snowcrest or one of the northern guild halls. You see them immediately like, oh god, it's so hot. But yeah, and that's what you see. The band's still going. It's real great. I hope you get over to Big Blue, who's actively serving drinks. And he's like, well, hey there. So did you decide what you wanted for your first round of drinks and food?
No. The quest.
Yeah, that was a nice little quest to start you off.
And I kind of touch my head and I go, may I?
Oh yeah, go right on ahead. We got
I will
plenty of telepathic people here.
I will, yes, but Amir has taught me about consent.
Consent is always good.
I will project the cliff notes, the highlight reel, of the hag, the spirit, everything.
The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe.
The Lion, the Witch, the Wardrobe, the Audacity, etc.
Well, I'll be. That whole situation you found yourself in is like a rattlesnake in a cooler. It is cool, but that's dangerous.
It's not funny, but I don't know why that gets me so. I don't know why I find that so funny.
Wrong.
I need to mute him, sir.
This kills the Jakey.
It's a good one. It's good.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go talk to Tim over there. He get you set up with some more money. Over there fighting hags. Ooh-wee. I'll tell you what.
Ooh-wee.
Anyway, there. Let me go talk to Tim over there. And you see him jump down from the table. You see the door open. He comes back out. He's got a bag with some more gold in there. He's like, go on, take that. You can count it on your own time, but it should be considerably more.
Okay, thank you. Question.
Yeah, go on, shoot.
Are adventurers used to this?
Used to what? You want to do the telepathic link thing and that make it easier for you? Send me some vibes.
Death.
Oh, death. Yeah, well, you see, after you do it for a while, yeah, you do get used to it. It's not the greatest thing. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. Death ain't great. No matter who it involves. It's even worse when it's close. Someone you know. I see that there's only 3 of you, so I assume you're talking about the 4th member of your party didn't make it out.
No.
Oh.
the 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 person, the spirit.
Oh, the spirits. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I think what you're experiencing there is something they call empathy. Now, empathy, it ain't for everybody, but let me tell you, it gets a little easier over time. Sometimes you get a little bit jaded towards it. You get a little jaded towards it, and, well, things just happen to get a little easier, but I want you to keep a hold of that. I want you to be able to be that person in your group who can feel those things, because that's real important.
Oh,
But
I
also
feel
make
things.
sure make sure you also talk to your friends about it too. Don't feel like you're ever, I don't know, by yourself. And hell, if you ever need to, you can always come talk to me too.
thank you.
Of course.
And thank you. And I hold up the bag, just like, gonna have to give this to Amir. I'm gonna get told off if I don't.
That's I'll tell you this. I don't know if it'll get easier. I ain't gonna lie to you. I usually tell people to get easier, but you know what? He's a good bean. I can feel it. So you keep doing you, boo boo. All right. Yeah, but it's an affectionate term of phrase. But anyways, if your group needs anything, remember the first round's free on the house. All right. All right.
Thank you.
Here, quick, as he climbs back up on his stool.
I will take a peek inside the bag.
Inside the bag, Hope can count. You want to count it out?
Hope can count. Yeah, I would love to count it out.
You count it out. You got 162 gold pieces in there.
Oh. Okay, maybe
That's some
I do. Maybe I don't tell Amir about this.
Who's hiding things from Amir? How dare you?
How very dare you?
How very dare you?
You missed it. You missed it, Jakey. Hope is officially an empath.
You an empath?
Me an
You,
empath.
comma, an empath?
Yeah, I think Hope's gonna know that that's a big number.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to take one gold piece, tuck it into her shoe, and then hand the rest over to Amir.
Amir, you get a bag with considerably larger than what you received for the quest.
Is this... Did you go talk to Big Blue?
Bag.
Oh. Yeah. How much is in here now?
161 gold pieces.
Noted. Yeah, Amir's gonna... This is 180, so that would be 60 a piece-ish.
Wait, wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on back now. God damn. Hey, yeah, there we go. Hey, how much money did you get? Get a lot.
Total about 180.
Nice.
pieces.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You take on some hags, you get some monies. You're good. Shit, you got
Also-
enough money to go teleport wherever the hell you want to go. Yeah.
Also,
Oh yeah.
free drink.
Someone can have my free drink. I just want water.
All right, done. you see Naba just like meandering back over to the bar.
Oh, I should probably hand these off, huh? I don't think I've seen the old man, but maybe the guildmaster can help. I don't know. Or point me to that old man. The old man.
Amir's gonna crane their head around. Is the old man in here?
Taking a look around with the passive perceptions y'all have already, It doesn't appear that way. It doesn't appear he's like out in the open with people.
This is a big space.
Yeah,
so.
it's a fairly large space.
We're upstairs, right?
We're in the.
So technically downstairs, it's a weird setup, and I don't know if I described it aptly enough. So you have your base floor that has like the tavern, the teleportation circle. There's like a half floor above that, and then above that is where you've got your stage and stuff like that. So
I see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check something quickly because Amir, I can either get the voices or anything. I'm just
it happens. I just
can't go
went
like this.
full on
How-
Southern country New Yorker just a minute ago, so I get it.
how high is the roof ish in here?
In here you're probably looking at so in the center area, realistically, maybe about 60 feet up. It's rather large.
Okay. Okay. Well, he's gonna try it anyway. Amir's gonna get up and just like look to Dierdre.
Let me go see if I can find them.
Well, I'll go ask the guildmaster too, because I figure they like if I give them something, I feel like they'll have to give it to the person that it's intended for.
Oh yeah, that makes more. I was just gonna look around, but yeah, no, because I still have the box.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like under the table.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need me to help you? We can carry it over there, maybe.
Oh, I can carry it just fine. It's not discreet. It smells.
Mm.
Oh, wait. And uses prestidigitation to make it smell differently. And goes,
I'm sorry. I just anxiety over anyway. And picks up the box. Yeah, it's fine. I made it smell like nothing.
Okay. Gonna walk over to Big Blue friend.
Well, hey there. Is each of you coming up individually, or?
Well, we came up together because then we could save like one trip.
Hey, I like it.
So there was some stuff like in the tower. We were like told that the person who was like in there has like a few surviving relatives. So there are like some bones in there. Some bones. And then also I found this necklace. And I guess they like wrote some poetry and stuff. It's all like ripped up, but like I can kind of put it back together.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, if it was from Franklin and Sally over there that used to run the lighthouse, they stopped coming in, so I guess that makes sense what happened to them. They've got a daughter named Key, but...
He pulls open the box. Or no, you have the box because I gave it to... Hope has the box. Oh, Amir's gonna just like slide like a JPEG.
Can I have the box with the match in it, please?
Oh, they're running back and forth.
Thank you.
Slides backwards.
Did
Key.
he live with the two of them, or are we staying with relatives?
As far as I knew, Key was out in Decadale, but... I mean, that ain't too far away. That's about a, I don't know, week 2 walk.
Could we leave this stuff with you to get sent, or should we do that? I don't
we
know.
get
How does this
adventurers
work?
going over to Decadale all the time. I'll write up a little mini quest, give someone some pocket change, get that over there. Ain't no thing but a thing.
Yeah, because I had there was this necklace, and I just like kind of pull it out of the bag opens, all the flowers pop out again, and like I have this like necklace. And,
Yeah, that one makes me a little sad to see. That was Sally's. She used to wear that necklace all the time.
Yeah. And then here's like some poems, I guess, that maybe they wrote. Yeah, once again, like all the pages were kind of ripped out, but I kind of put it back together, I think.
Well, you know, Franklin was a bard, so that'd make sense if you did find that out there, so... Huh. Yeah, I can get that all over the Key. That ain't no thing. I appreciate
But
you.
a thing.
But a thing, yeah. You got it now.
I'm picking up.
That's good. But Yeah. All right. Well, what's in the?
Yeah, then we got a trunk of bones. So
I was just about to ask what was up with that, but apparently you just answered that. Well, we got the cemetery out here in Pegagen, or I can send the bones with that necklace and the song book. It's up to you on what you want to do. I don't know what the spirits wanted on that one. I mean,
they wanted to go
Sally
home.
and Franklin were originally from Decadale, so it makes sense if that went back there.
Mm-hmm. I think the daughter should have them.
Well, probably not the bones. We'll probably bury the bones and not give that to Key. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. But Key will get the necklace and the book. That'd be nice. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I hope the money bag was a little extra for you. I figured I'd talk to Tim. He said we could afford a little bit, especially since you're new adventurers, and maybe if you felt like, I don't know, teleporting wherever you wanted to go. You got the option now.
Well, greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
It will be put to hopefully good use.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, y'all are really good with puns.
Yeah.
All right, now
That happens a
I
lot.
gotta get back to bartending, but something
Thank
just
you.
happened in the room back there. I don't know what quite happened, but sorry, I heard some banging back there. And there's probably Tim throwing a calculator or something. I don't know. A little
What's a
abacus.
calculator?
It's like an abacus, but better. I don't know. Something an artificer made. Like little buttons
Cool.
that adds up numbers. I don't know. Oh god.
Knocks over a glass.
Hold on, I need to take a dip in the water. I'm getting a little stiff. And he pops in the water, pops back out. He's like, all right, much better. All right, well, I'm gonna do stuff.
Yep. I will also do stuff and things. Amir just slowly slides backwards.
You see, I'm just kind of like slink back to it. It's just like
Much obliged.
Feeling a
I feel
little
like that's the
awkward.
thing. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, by the way, before you go, if you end up wanting to use that teleportation, just let me know and we'll get you set up on that. All right. Where's this thing? The fireworks
All
are
right,
going
all right.
crazy outside.
All right.
The town's having a great time. There's just pow, 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 pow. It's great. It's totally not real life fireworks going on.
Amir gets back to the table with Dierdre and like kind of like tapping his hands. So if we want to just do straight breaking things down, you each have 60 gold right now, which you can hold on to yourselves, or if you want, I can give you guys money when you need it for stuff. And then if you see me spending it, that might help you get more comfortable with how things cost or how we should tip people. How does that sound? Unless you
Is
just
there-
want to go, then
Is your
do it
money
yourself.
separate from their money?
Like, what do you mean?
Is your money separate from their money?
Like, I separated for all three of us.
No, your money and our house money.
Amir's face drops a little bit, and kind of like sits like a little more upright, and his shoulders get like a little further back. No, whatever is on our person is on our person for funds. They seem very comfortable dipping into my money, so that's not going to stop me from dipping into theirs.
Yeah, there was money in your boot.
What?
They like just pulled it out.
Amir's gonna slowly slide off his boot, fart around with it, and then find the compartment.
Accurate.
And then puts that in his bag.
Off in the
And
corner.
I feel like he
there's,
looks
a
over at like,
mirror.
yeah, I was gonna say, there's a mirror. He glances over, and there's just a, just, or yeah, no, he's sitting there like, And Amir, yeah, just like pours them all into one kind of pool now. But it keeps Hope's and for Hope's and Dierdre's, he makes them pouches just with like a little paper cutout of a strawberry and then a paper cutout of a what's the instrument you play again called?
A concertina.
Concertina, yeah. So he makes like little versions of those and just like has that on the pouch. So, yeah, I can give you guys the money now or some of it. It's whatever you guys want. I also don't mind keeping track of it for you to help.
I trust the collective.
I mean, if it makes you happier to hold on to it, then I feel like that's money well spent.
It makes me feel happier knowing that you get to make choices with full information given, not just doing things because the people, the Fisher people that gave us the boat ride, they were nice. There are some people that will be not so nice when they see how much money you have to spend. They'll try and take more than is right. And if you give more, that needs to be fully your choice with all the information given, if that makes sense. If you really like something and you want to pay more for it, then you can do that as long as you understand that you are paying more for it. But if someone is just trying to take more, that's not fair.
Hope is nodding like they understood any of that.
Amir is kind of no, for both of them, Amir, I think seeing like kind of both of them probably a little glazed eyes is just like, okay. And Amir's eyes like pulse and kind of that similar like Spider-Verse wave thing as before, and he's going to mentally project basically images in their head of the difference between like giving someone a tip like because you really like the drink and someone smiling, and then someone who charges like 5 gold to one person and then charges like someone smaller for like 10, or even someone who like extorts them for money, and just so they can get the full image, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Capitalism's confusing.
It's
You
the
hear a voice,
worst.
Fuck capitalism.
Brennan Lee Mulligan?
Yeah, I was about to say, who's the ginger guy in the back there screaming?
Really nice beard though.
Mm-hmm.
He is a look. Anyway, it's fine.
Beauty.
We love you, Brennan.
Dude, so much. Yeah, just in the middle of the thing, you know, guys, like sitting here at this table, like tracking is something that's really bad. Amir goes through his stuff and probably like digs up like because we've been doing the kind of like mental picture thing to slap in his scrapbook, which he's a scrapbooker. Let's go. But he's going to take out like a little like version of the kind of map we have, because our kind benevolent DM has provided us such a rad map.
Hella rad map.
With what was given for us for information on where each of the teleportation areas are and whatnot, would Amir have a general idea of where each of them would go / link up?
So I feel like Amir would have to ask a little more in detail.
Probably, okay.
Of where to go. You know, there's one to the north. You know, there's one far to the south. You could assume from the names that you were given of like Misty Retreat, Ocular Nomad, Sand Shroud, Snowcrest, things like that, that the guild halls all represent the regions that they're in.
So we were advised to use the circle, and if we don't have to, I don't think we necessarily should waste such a good resource, but we have the money to do so if we'd like to. Is there anywhere currently on the map that either of you are interested in visiting?
I vote against Sand Shroud.
Okay.
Fair enough. There was the area that. What was the library one that you specifically pointed out?
Sand Trout.
Oh, was it Sand Trout? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was
That one and
Green
Swamp Rat.
Swamp Rat was the other one. That's the library one. Okay.
As long as we don't go outside the city, maybe Sand Shroud.
I do like books and stuff, but there's a library here, so I might look at that before. I mean, while we're taking rest and whatnot. And Swamp Rat would be nice, but I also don't want to just decide for each of us. But I feel like we should take one of those boards about those towers, and then we should find if there's decent work in one of the areas. Find something that's suitable to us, and I think we should try this. Get more money, become more equipped potentially, and then I feel like I know some stuff about each of you, but I don't know a ton of what either of you really want, and that's not really for me to need to know. But I think if there's at some point you guys want to share that, then I think that's something we could start working towards, because even though I was not fully present for the stuff you guys did, it looked like it was a lot of fun, even if it was a little scary.
Hope you would also remember Big Blue mentioning the ocular nomad with a giant telescope as well.
Big Blue said the telescope for me.
A telescope is a way someone can see things that are far, far away. Some telescopes are for seeing things like faraway islands, seas, but some of them are strong enough that they can show the stars in the sky, even things up in the sky that are beyond the stars.
I'm gonna turn in my seat and just squint at Big Blue, like, how did you know?
In your mind, the meta pigeon, the meta pigeon goes, meteorite staff. That's the official voice of the meta pigeon. Minima.
No, yeah, you know what? He doesn't actually say anything. It's like an Animal Crossing thing where he's like, and then dialogue.
Yeah.
Meteorite staff.
Meteorite stuff.
That's the pigeon.
Awesome.
I will. I will look at the staff, and I will look at Big Blue, and I'm still squinting because I don't know if Hope really understands what meteorites are yet. So, it was a pretty rock that I found. But kind of turns to the others and says, eventually.
We can go there if that's a place of interest, though.
But it's and she kind of like pulls a face of that I don't have the words yet because she's still learning.
Like, cause yeah, Rothamir can, so he's gonna make a telepathic link with both of them so that like everybody's like suddenly group chat. Amir puts a gif of just walking into a room.
Amir has joined the Discord. Good luck, have fun.
It's bookworm with a Y22.
Incredible.
There's like no sand shroud, and then just like it just like pouring sand out of boots for like a really long time.
And then like an emoji of Darth Vader.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna say it's rough and coarse and it gets everywhere. Hope projects the image, like not the images, but the sensations that she has picked up from passing travelers in the Underdark, of her understanding of the word selfish.
Okay. Gonna work.
It's like
Jakey is almost like it's time to play therapy. Kicks Amir in the back of the head, of like breaks the fourth wall.
Sounds like shellfish.
Sounds like shellfish. 2 syllables.
Amir, so I'd like to imagine that this imagery that's being conveyed is different images, and it's probably likely one of a person like kind of internally turned.
I think a lot of the imagery is either internal kind of, thought processes of individuals, but I imagine there are also kind of examples of someone having perceived someone else's actions in a negative light and calling that selfish. And I think it's that bit that I think Hope would be dwelling on, because Hope is and I think you would probably get this because Hope's not very good at covering up their emotions, let's be real.
Really?
Really? Oh my god. I mean, as an empath,
you an empath.
I'm somewhat of an empath myself.
Very good.
Willem Dafoe. Very good.
I think that you would pick up on the element of Hope is kind of dependent on you 3, technically 4 if we're including Pickle.
Head slowly emerges, and then Pickle has joined the group chat, and it's the Homer gif, and then Pickle leaves the group chat.
Pickle just leaves, you're on thin fucking ice, and then descends back into the car. Yeah, like Hope is very much dependent on you all, because part of the physiology of Hope is that they require a connection to be able to sustain themselves. Otherwise, she might have to eat something disgusting. And so there is very much that element of does not want to be a bother, does not want to be perceived as selfish, does not want to push against the collective, because that's not something that Hope has really done before. And even the act of leaving, that is the biggest rebellion thing that Hope has ever done in their life. So you're probably getting a lot of that through the connection.
I think throughout it, what Amir conveys to both of them is this imagery and almost taking, because Amir's thoughts, as I picture them, is very much like an ever-changing like not watercolor, like oil painting, where it's very like concrete thoughts that slowly shift. And the image that Amir conveys is this isolated person, the things being perceived as selfish, and then slowly like pulls those things away of like the other people and stuff, and the person is selfish makes this glass orb that looks like it's painted, and inside is a telescope, and the person holds it against their chest and then shows imagery of 2 others appearing, and they both kind of lean like they want to see, and then they lift it up, and then all of them get to like see. And then like the other 2 like kind of sit down and like let that person like show them the orb, and like kind of like basically the sensation, like rushing feeling of like what it's like to share something with someone. Like it's not selfish if it's something being offered, and if you're sharing that with us and letting us experience that with you, that's actually the greatest gift you could give us, is to get to be closer to you. And I think when it's done there, the glass pops from the telescope, and the telescope just lands there. And then the person sits down beside the other 2, and it just shows all 3 of them taking turns looking up at the sky. And the painting turns, and it's very like Starry Night imagery of like how Amir would see the sky. And then that like mental imagery fades from both of them. And Amir sits with his arms crossed, very smug after doing that.
I love the idea that we're essentially having this moment, the three of us, and then Napa Cabbage is just there, like,
He's just sitting there. Yeah, it's everybody at the tables on their phone, and he's sitting there like.
Counting back. No, because I think we all gave him our drinks, so he's just.
Oh
like,
yeah, that's true.
drinks.
He's like four
He's
deep
fine.
right now because
He's
he's
fine.
yeah.
He's having a grand old time. He's just come back with another round.
Hey! Wowie! Y'all so
Sips his water.
cool. Dierdre, you found some good. Wowie! Whoa!
Napa Cabbage doesn't know how to pace.
I don't.
Amir uses
Napa Cabbage
prestidigitation to
loves
get
the
the smell
thrill
of
of the
alcohol out of
chase.
the air. Nice. Oh, he always follows his drink with the chase. Boom.
Very good, very good.
Oh boy. So
Yeah, I think having seen that, I think Hope will. Yeah, there's a little bit more of a contentment coming out of, like, emanating from Hope.
So, we have Swamp Rat Library, Observatory in what was the area again? Sorry.
So, it'd be in the southeast.
Okay. And Dierdre, is there anywhere in particular you would like to go?
Well, if you guys need to go anywhere, that's where I want to go.
I don't know if we need to do anything really. I'm currently just trying to figure out stuff right now. So, why don't we take the night here to think on it? In the morning, we decide. And if there's something that comes up tonight that's interesting or something on the job board, I'm going to go hit up the library. Anyone's welcome to join me. I don't talk a lot when I read, but yeah, I am not
I
good
get
at
engrossed
leaving.
in books too.
Wait, what?
I get engrossed in books too.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said something else.
I don't think
yeah.
books are gross. I like them a lot, actually.
Also, didn't
Nice.
mean to eavesdrop on conversation. I just happened to be sitting here at the table
Eavesdrop.
with you. Yeah. Whatever I said, it's okay. He said, a swamp rat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the ocular nomad. If I could make a recommendation, hear me out. I'm a little drunk, but hey, hear me out. The safer of the two bets is the ocular nomad. I'm not sure how familiar you are. Words are hard with the world, but the swamp rat, the sand shroud, yeah, those. No, that's it. Those two, they're still in shadows. So just to give you a little heads up on that one. You think fighting hags is scary? Wait till you get to the shadows. I'm
Right.
saying it's scary shit.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar, but I've been in the shadows briefly, and it is not pleasant.
I'll put it to you this way: there used to be 4 of us in the group. Shit. Now I'm sad.
Amir's gonna slide over the next water he got. He's like, nope, yeah, you're not getting 5th drink, sad. So, library and ocular nomad place. I think it's been suggested, it was thought of, and now it was another recommendation. That's 3. I feel like,
And Naba's face plants into the table.
oh my god.
Too much carrot cider.
Is that what he's been drinking? Ugh. Also, now that he's not awake, Amir fully pushes this plate of buttered bread. Like, he's just like, oh my god. I was so tired of being polite.
You,
I'm going to...
No, go ahead.
Oh, Amir just kind of gets up and goes, I'm going to grab some just a plain bun from the front, some more water, and then I'm gonna head to the library. Yeah, if you guys want to come peruse books with me, don't feel obligated to hang out. I'm bad at leaving convert. And Amir's feet just slide across the room. Just yeah, he's just gonna go grab some basic stuff, like basically the equivalent of like me at 3 a.m. getting that cold night water in one arm and then just some like bread. And he's got like one bun like hanging out his mouth, like and
just don't run,
just
or you'll run into someone.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this time he actually, instead of like the mass stuff though, it's just he chokes on a whole loaf of bread.
No, I was saying like if you're running out of the place with like a piece of bread in your mouth, you're gonna.
Yeah. Amir's going to. Yeah, he's gonna go over to the library.
You make your way over to the library. It's nothing too crazy here. It's a rather small one. But a lot of the books talk about the lore of the area in the Byhorn Basin, which is the region you're currently in. Let me take a look at this wonderful note app thing from Obsidian Notes. Not sponsored, but if you want to, we'll take it.
Not sponsored, unless Obsidian, what you up? Hey, Obsidian, I don't know if you heard, but we were talking lots earlier about
daddies and whatnot. So if you wanna slide in our DMs there, Obsidian, what's good? Have I stalled long enough, Drew? Do you?
No,
Yep.
You're good. You're great. You also find books about the Fabled. There's one in particular that details the adventuring group that once was formerly known as the Fabled before they became the Guild. And it also details an account of the guild halls, who runs each guild hall, what they're all about, and stuff like that. So mainly it's more lore, not very magic heavy in the books.
Okay.
I think Hope is going to sit down at a not super close, because obviously Amir is not comfortable with that, but like close enough to be with Amir, and just grab the nearest book and just start tracing the words very slowly.
Yeah, Amir is sat cross-legged in a spot that is pretty central, roughly where he could be in 30 feet of almost all the books, and if not, and because it hasn't come up as of yet, well, it did briefly, but Amir, while he starts to read, a small little white dot comes up on his shoulder and skitters, and a very, very tiny, like not even thumb-sized, small spider skitters up things and shoots a thread, and it pulls a book, but it pulls it gently down, as Amir's using his mage hand, which shoots little silky threads that grabs things for him, and he's starting to pile books that he would want.
Oh, that's very sweet. Dierdre, what are you up to?
I'm looking for stories I haven't read before.
There are, like I said, it's very much lore based in this library. There's stories about the Kingdom of Silburn, which is where Pegagen is a city of. There's interesting books about the 3 ivory towers in the Byhorn Mountains. You also would see see some knowledge about local creatures. There's a book that details a dragon that lives near Rosenton. And some other cool
What,
stuff.
sorry?
No.
Fair enough.
Not here. Oh, no.
Not like this. Not like this.
It's a dragon tail.
Dragon tail.
Very good, very good.
Anyway.
But yeah, so
I guess
you got a choice on what you want to pick, if you want to learn more about the ivory towers, or a creature that lives in the mountains, or the kingdom.
I'm looking for what seems the most interesting, like from a narrative perspective. Like, because I want a story is what I'm looking for. Like, not necessarily for like information, just more for like what is like interesting to read.
Probably the most
Like, so, like, a
interesting to read
history or,
would be the Ivory Towers. Mostly because when you start reading into it a little bit, and it's more speculation based on this book, and it talks about 3 archmages that live in the 3 separate towers, and it details that all 3 are very reclusive. Only one is ever seen out and about, and so that story would probably pique your interest a little bit.
Yeah. And then, like, I'm sitting as close as I would have to my mom when we were told to sit in comfortable silence, just read.
You all read through your books, and the night draws in, and you manage to find your way. There are enough rooms for each of you to have your own separate room here, or if anybody needed to room with someone else, you are more than welcome to. And the night comes in and morning arrives. Morning arrives. The guild hall is still very lively. A lot fewer drunk people, but still occasionally you'll see people going on the teleportation circle and in and out. You'd come downstairs, and Big Blue is still up at the tavern. You say, "Well, howdy, good morning to you. Y'all have a good sleep. Enjoy your time here at the Valley View."
It did very much. Yes, it's honestly wonderful, and we'll likely be back. And Amir's going to slide over the information to the telescope place that Amir would remember, but Jakey, for some reason, it's just...
You wanted to go to the Ocular Nomad?
The Ocular Nomad, yes.
That's definitely what Amir said.
That's one of my favorite ones over there. That one's run by my good pal Gibby. He's I always goof in saying that. They're an interesting individual, I should say.
No matter how cool Gibby is, I'm sorry, you say Gibby, and all I'm picturing is we're gonna teleport through there and see a dude fall through a floor roof and just hear Gibby.
A little on the eccentric side, but let me tell you, don't let the other guild members hear me say this, but for me personally, I think it's one of the most beautiful guild halls we have.
Well, then I look forward to us going, as Amir's gonna take he's gonna take 25 from each of theirs and then 100 from his. And then he's gonna place that down for the 150.
You know what? For the first time, y'all doing the teleportation, I'll just do it for 100, and he slides back 50. He's like, "Call it on me. Next time you're paying full price, but this time,
Hey,
welcome. Go ahead and step on in the circle."
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always good to have new adventurers join the guild. All right, now, get up on in there.
Yeah, Amir steps up in there, and I feel like the moment before we teleport, he's like, "You think anything weird can happen when we teleport?"
Very much like it's like you get pulled into this wisp of air as everything around you disappears, and then you reappear. And as you reappear, this is gonna take a little bit, but I'm gonna read it out for you. You ready for this? Mm-hmm. At the heart of the guild hall, the teleportation circle stands elegantly etched with star patterns that mirror the night sky. Upon entering the guild hall, visitors are greeted with a vast observatory hall bathed in a soft celestial glow. The hall's most prominent feature is the massive telescope that rises from the center, reaching towards the sky like a behemoth of enchanted lenses and polished brass. The telescope is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, a fusion of arcane and technological ingenuity, capable of peering into the far reaches of the cosmos and uncovering the secrets of distant celestial bodies. Surrounding the telescope, star charts and maps adorn the wall, offering a glimpse into the night sky's ever-changing dance of stars and constellations. The observatory hall is equipped with comfortable seating in observation stations, where guild members can spend hours stargazing and studying the movements of celestial objects. To one side of the observatory hall, a library dedicated to astronomy and astrological objects awaits, filled with ancient texts and scrolls that delve into the mysteries of the cosmos. Scholars and researchers can be found here, diligently studying and sharing their discoveries, adding to the collective knowledge of the guild. On the opposite side of the observatory hall, a workshop hums with activity, where skilled artisans and artificers work on crafting various astronomical instruments, such as celestial maps and navigational tools. Gibby, the kobold guild leader, often oversees these activities, passionately guiding the creation of these instruments with meticulous attention to detail. Throughout the guild hall, celestial-themed art and sculptures decorate the corridors, honoring the wonders of the night sky and the countless celestial beings that inhabit it. And that is where we are going to end tonight.
Just before we end, Hope leans over to Amir. Change of pants.
The trousers were brown.
How from a reflection says, pants? Shit 'em.
Stuffs the mask further into the bed.
Go to sleep.
But with
That was sick.
Shh, it's fine. Shh.
Thank you everybody for tuning in, especially here on a holiday for us American folks. And we're so happy to have you here and can't wait to see you on the next episode. And until then, we're gonna go right over to D in Denial, which sounds like a cool, fun one. And we will see y'all soon. So make sure you join over on the Discord to keep up to date with everything that's going on. And I'm gonna be posting some art in there tonight, so make sure you go check it out.
Art.
Art. Anyway,
Get on out of here.
Mwah. Love you. Goodbye.